All right, we are live. Let's see who comes in. Y'all know I'm late. I was really gonna try and be on time, but life happened, y'all. I was eating. So let's see who comes in. When you do come in, say hello. Come join us for the challenge. Oh, yay, some people are on. Hey, hi, Curly Yaya. How are you, dear? Hi, Damaris. She says hello, hello. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, girl. How are you? How's everyone doing? Oh, yay. Oh, quite a few people hopped in today. Hey, hi, Chanika. Is that how you say your name? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Hi, C Sharp. Hi, Diane. She's from Maryland. Excited to start the challenge. Yay, yay, yes. Hey, Brownin. Hey, sis. Yolanda said, I'm struggling. Me and my whole family had the flu. Oh, no. Oh, no, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I hope you guys feel better, dear. Vaughn says, Kerrigan. Well, delete the message. Tamara says, "Where my plate? My plate. Your plate's in the other room. All right, you can come on down, get a plate. If y'all don't know, yesterday I was in a cooking mode. I had my little cheat meal. So I had made mac and cheese. I made turkey chops, fried turkey chops too. I made sweet potatoes and string beans. It was good. It was a little bad, but it was good, right? I'm also on this like workout challenge with my crew, so we're supposed to be like tracking calories and trying to lose some weight too, grow some hair, lose some weight, but have a little cheat day or a cheat meal. I gotta stop saying cheat day because I used to have cheat days, but now we just having cheat meals. So that's what she's referencing. Hey Nika, hey Boo. Kenny says, hey, how are you, dear? Nueza says, hey guys, hey. Okay, so Chanika, that's correct. Okay, perfect, perfect. Sweet Sunflower, hello. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Vaughn. Hey. Sophia says, hi, Michelle, dearest, and everyone. Hi, Sophia, how are you? So, y'all, I finally rearranged my second bedroom. So, I've been trying to get more organized to make this like my office slash hold all my inventory space. So yeah, that's why you guys see a different view. This would probably be the view from now on. Let me see here. Damaris, Damaris is laughing. Vaughn says, I saw your pancakes and they look good. Yeah, they were protein pancakes. So I have like a vegan protein that I've been taking to try to make sure I get enough protein. I found like that is actually really hard for me because I don't eat a lot of meat like that. So on a regular, so having like a protein powder is really good and it tastes really good. So I decided to add that into my pancakes to gave it a nice little sweet flavor. Um, oh, Brownie said that looks so good. Yes, girl. Oh, the food was slamming yesterday. Ifoma says she's drinking her high maintenance hair tea now. I actually meant to come on with my tea, but I don't want to be even later than I currently was. But let's see. Katie says good afternoon. Hi, how are you? Nicole says, "Wow, sounds good." Yeah, I'm a big time cooker. I was born and raised in Texas, and so that old Southern cooking in me just be coming out, and I be trying to put it back sometimes. I put it back. Acme says, "Good morning. Would you consider selling pure herbs? Having issues with henna souk shipping." I have considered it. I don't know. Do you guys are interested in like you guys have issues with getting herbs to your houses? Is that something you guys would be interested in? Also I what is it called? Mountain Rose Herbs also sells really good herbs. Now the shipping is also a little bit slow, but sometimes they do really really well with shipping. I love them. They also have organic herbs, so check them out too if you are having some issues with henna souk. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Nika says cheat days. Listen, they be the best and worst days. Yeah. I definitely look. I've been working out like 5 days a week, y'all. Trying to get off this little bit of weight that I put on. And yeah, so you eat healthy and then you have a little cheat meal. You have a cheat meal. Yeah, yeah. Let's see, Alana says, I was able to finish washing my hair this weekend. Took me 3 days. Oh no, because I had to split up. However, my hair is moisturized for the week, but I haven't been able to really eat anything or drink. but I'm gonna try so I can start good for the challenge. Yeah. Well, if the challenge officially just starts today, so you're good, even if it took you 3 days to wash your hair. I'm sorry it took you so long because I am not a fan of super long wash days. There's a good mix of, when you DIY and you're making, you're starting fresh. So I know sometimes it could be a little bit longer than we anticipate. But hopefully from here on out, your wash days are easy. So yeah, if you guys haven't joined our Facebook group, make sure you guys join the Facebook group so you can do like check-ins, check in on each other, make sure you're good. I'll be trying to be live every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure that I might miss a Sunday or two, but I'm going to try to be here every Sunday for you guys, answer any questions or just come on and chat, see how we're doing. Let's see. Sharon says, happy Sunday. Thank you, dear. Yana says, sucks that I got the flu in the beginning of the challenge. I know. But you could do like a lot of like soup, like chicken noodle soup, and you could load it with veggies, get your carrots, get your celery. I'd like to add fresh thyme to my chicken noodle soup or chicken rice soup, whatever. So I know it's hard when you start off but you know what? You only can go up from here, right? You just go up. That's it. Loretta says, good afternoon. I finally caught you on time. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm actually in a really good mood today. I woke up early. I did my exercise. I had some protein pancakes. Just enjoying my Sunday. Probably going to be filming it after this video, this live. I was like, not this video. I'll be filming after this live, so you guys will have week 2 on Tip Tuesday, but y'all are just starting week 1, so just remember I'm a week ahead of you guys, so y'all can know what you have, what you need, etc., etc. Okay. So Tiffany says, hey, I'm here. Hey, Tiffany, how are you, dear? Nika says, getting protein is so hard as a vegetarian or when you don't eat meat often. Yeah, it really is. And I do guys know I do eat meat, but during the week, I eat like maybe seafood mostly. I try to just restrict how much meat I'm eating. So making sure you get enough protein from your veggies is hard. I'm going to show y'all the protein that I got because I really, really love it. Now, again, this is just me. I'm just showing y'all. I'm going to be right back real quick. I guess y'all now can see everything because facing my door. This is the Vega protein, and it's protein in greens. It's the chocolate flavor. Let's see. Can we get it? There we go. Yeah, it's protein in greens. It tastes pretty good. I got it at like CVS. They were having a crazy sale, and then it had 35% off because CVS love to give you those coupons. So that has been like my little savings grace when I don't eat enough protein in my meal. Yep. 1 scoop is 20 grams of protein. Okay, Shauna says, hello. Sophia says, please don't get fat, beautiful Michelle. Well, that's the goal, to try not to. Demira says, Yahoo. Loretta says, yeah, I'm Southern also. Yeah, it's hard. That is like deep ingrained, like them fried foods. And I really try to stay away from doing too much fried foods. But again, cheat days are okay. Sometimes we just gotta do it. Kenny says, making my tea now. It's freezing and the sweater got me today. Yeah, it's freezing here too. I think like it was like 15 degrees this morning. And then with the wind chill, it was like 6. And I was outside walking at night and I was looking at him like, hurry up because it's cold out here. Let's see. Acne says, I love them too. What did you say earlier? Oh, yeah. Okay. You love them too. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see. I'm sorry, scrolled up. Ours called, do you ever check the pH of the homemade mask treatments you make? Yes, I do check the pH of the mask, which is why I stated in the video for Tip Tuesday, when like how much apple cider vinegar and stuff you should use, because I try to make our treatments between like, it depends on like if it's a cleansing treatment, we can do around like pH of 6. maybe even 6.5, because I know the clay masks are sometimes a little bit more on the higher pH. Um, but I try to bring everything else like DIY treatments and all that down to about 5.5. That's a really good and even place. And the thing is, you guys realize like teas are pretty acidic. The stronger you brew a tea usually, and it depends on every herb is a little bit different, but the stronger you brew a tea, the lower the pH it usually will be. Like some teas can be a pH of like 3.5 and 4, just how long you've brewed the tea for. So that's why I do like to use sometimes like tea treatments when when I'm making herbal treatments or when I'm making clay masks, because it adds additional properties to lower the pH down. Now, if I'm making like I'm formulating, obviously, like I'm using products and stuff to make sure the pH is perfect so that our hair is always balanced. We're not using something too strong for our hair or something too acidic for our hair. And I say strong, I meant too alkaline. Nika says, Kenny, it is crying outside. Done lost its mind. I'm under a heating pad and in front of a space heater and I'm still cold. Same, same. I feel you. I feel you. It's like freezing here. And I'm sitting next to, so there's a window, you guys can't see, but there's a window in back of me and I'm like backed up from it. Got my little things on, got my little sweater on. Like it's cold. It's cold. I'm not with it. Sophia says, you look great, Michelle. Have you heard of pecan sweet potato pie with bourbon? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely have. And thank you, Sophia. Katie says, you look great, Michelle. Janet is working y'all really good. She really is killing us out here. Like, it's good. I used to be I used to be really thin growing up. And then for like my 20s hit and I had a bit of depression and I gained all this weight and I lost all the weight. And then it's just always been a battle. But like, I'm 36 now and let me tell you, each year I feel like the weight just be like, hello. And I'd be like, no, no. So it's a good balance. It's always about balance. That's the one thing. It's so important. But for me, working out is like, it's like therapy for me. You get that endorphin release. You feel better. You feel good. I want to look good. So yeah, I love it. Thank you. Nora says, hey everyone, happy Sunday. Hey, how are you, Nora? Sharon says, I just used your product for the first time yesterday. I had a very good wash day. Yay, I'm so glad. Which products did you use? Stephanie Evers. Hey, how are you, Stephanie? Oh, Sassy says, hello, sis. I'll work on the water infused blends this week. Thank you. And MRH is doing good right now in shipping. That's Mountain Rose Herbs she's talking about. I get an order in 6 days, counting weekend days. Ooh, yes. Okay. And that's actually really good. I did do an order during Black Friday from Mountain Rose Herbs. I do have those products. Everything came in perfectly fine. But she's saying they're doing really well in shipping right now. Because sometimes they'll do like a delay, but they probably have like more people working or they're working late hours. Kind of how like when when people order a ton of products at one time and you're just one person and you're trying to like pack and ship, there's just delays, and then you have shipping delays from the post office or FedEx, whoever you're using to ship orders out. So I do appreciate everyone being patient whenever there's especially sales and with high volume. Oh, Nika says, please don't get fat. Girl, chill. Yeah. Shauna says, Nika, eat that meat. Eat that meat. Yolanda says, so I don't know what to put after my post on Instagram or YouTube. Is it hashtag NIAN Challenge 2022? Yeah, you can use that on Instagram. Or YouTube, wherever you guys, if you're participating, you can use that. I'm going to be doing, again, I'll mention it again, that I'm going to be doing random giveaways. So it might not be every week. It might be every week. Just depends on how busy I am. But I'll be doing like random giveaways for those who are participating in the challenge. You can use, again, Instagram. You can put it under the YouTube video. You could talk about it in Facebook. The more engaged you are, the more likely you get a chance to like win. But we have 12 weeks. So we have 12 weeks. We'll probably have at least 12 winners. Also, y'all who come on YouTube live with me on Sundays, and I know everyone can't make it, so I'm trying to give different ways people can win and different opportunities for people to win different things. I'll be giving like random giveaways, especially those who come every Sunday. I know who y'all are. I be peeping y'all, so I like to show support to those who support me. So yeah, okay. Let's see. Stacy says, what Ayurvedic herbs are best for thickening hair? So you're talking about thickening like the individual strands of hair, and if you are, you can use like henna, you can use cassia. Those herbs actually like coat the hair strand. Ziziphus, but Ziziphus is also Sidar, Sidr. Those are like more temporary fixes. The cassia and Sidar are more temporary, like they wear away after like 3 weeks, while henna permanently binds to your hair strands, causing it to become physically thicker. Now, a lot of people don't like henna because you're going to get that red dye. So if you don't want that dye release, you mix your henna with cassia, or you do a two-step treatment. You do the henna treatment first, and then you do the cassia treatment afterward. Not cassia. Why am I saying cassia? You do the indigo treatment afterwards. So you do the henna and then the indigo, and the treatment of those two together will create either black hair, or if you mix the indigo in with your henna, you can get a nice chocolatey mix. Or for somebody like me, I love the reddish tint that henna gives me. I just rock out with just using henna. And I got my indigo honestly from Henna Souk. I'm looking, it's like right over here. And to me, she has really good quality indigo. You have to be careful with finding good indigo. I feel like I haven't really found a ton of people with um, really good quality indigo, except for like Henna Souk. Maybe Mountain Rose Herbs, but I've never looked with them as I'm thinking about it. But just for reference. Um, let's see. Other than that, sorry, I was okay on the thickening part. Just so you know, for most people, you're not, and even then with thickening the hair, it's not like your hair is gonna go from like really thin to like really thick, right? Just know like those actually like bind with the keratins of in the hair strand. I'm talking about the henna, and so they make the hair like stronger and a little bit thicker, right? Because it coats the hair. It's not like I don't know, it's not going to give you some magically thick hair. I just don't want to I don't want you to have unrealistic expectations. And the thing when it comes to Ayurvedic herbal treatments, a lot of times, and I feel like a lot of people lately have been telling me in my videos, like Nika mentioned it, that my hair appears thicker over time. And the thing is, a lot of us don't have all of our hair follicles active at one time because maybe we've been nutrition and vitamins, maybe we have stress, and some of our hair follicles become inactive over time. But when you start using Ayurvedic treatments, they actually help to reactivate those hair follicles, and so it appears that your hair is thicker over time. So a lot of people tell me when they first start using Ayurvedic treatments, whether it be like full mask treatments or just adding some to their deep conditioners, glosses, oils that have Ayurvedic herbs, their hair is thicker and they almost have like a halo like effect of, and basically what happens is those old hair follicles are now becoming active, so your hair starts to look thicker over time. So um and you can use, I would say, like a lot of herbs like fenugreek and amla, aloe, brahmi. Those are really good for, activating those hair follicles to help your hair grow at a more activating those hair follicles so they're actually growing instead of being inactive. Okay. Nika says I tried it. It tastes like dirt, Shauna. What did you try? What are we talking about? Are you talking about the horse? Did you try the horsetail, Nika? I know you what you call it? I know you had bought all this horsetail tea, and I'm wondering if you tried it. Are you saying meat tastes like dirt? Goodness, what's going on over here? Shauna says, "I'll try the challenge as best as I can, but being in Jamaica, not everything is available." Yeah, and I get that, and I try to tell everyone that like use what you have and use the resources that you have. Again, if you find one herb or two herbs and it really works for you, just stick with that and do it. Just really, it's the consistency of things, consistently moisturizing, consistently using things that you'll see the most results. You don't have to use everything that I offer. These are also like suggestions, especially I know that everyone can't get everything, but if you find one or two that you really love, stick with it and use it, okay? Um, Tiffany says, I'm at work and just happy to join. Well, I'm glad you're here, Tiffany. I'm laughing at Brown and Ed Mika chatting over here. Sassy says, I'll try, scroll up. I'm sorry, I scrolled down too far. I'll try to drop easy, great protein sources for vegans. Vegetarian diet is so easy these days. Oh, that's good. So Sassy has a blog that's all about like healthy living, She's gonna drop some recipes for those who don't like water. It's just like fruit in your water. Amazing, amazing things for getting a healthier lifestyle. So Sassy, if you're still there, if you want to drop your blog link in the chat box, by all means do so. Love her. If you want to add it to the Facebook group, do so. Very, very helpful. She always be harassing me sometimes when I was posting all these bad meals on on Instagram. But I do eat a lot healthier than what happens is I post usually my cheat meals on Instagram, so people are like, "Oh my god, I don't eat like that on the regular." Those are just cheat meals. For the most part, I do try to have a really balanced diet and leaning more towards vegetarian. I do eat fish, and then occasionally I'll have like turkey, chicken, whatever. Okay. Nika says I have that protein and Lord Michelle my belly. Does it bother you really? You know what? I really haven't had any issues with it. Now it's only been a week for me using it, so maybe we'll see what happens. Now you got me all worried. Like, can your body not process pea proteins? Because this is what this is. This is mainly a pea protein. It does have other things too, like you have your spinach, brown rice protein. It has cocoa powder, organic kale powder, stevia leaf powder, rice protein, organic alfalfa grass powder, broccoli powder, papain powder. I don't even know what that is. Papin, papin. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I made it as pancakes today, which is my first time ever using it in a pancake mix, but it was actually really good. Oh, Sophia just said, Michelle, you have nice legs. Thank you. Thank you. Nora says, I have single strand knots all over my hair for the first time in my life. What do I do? Some are 2 inches up. I think it was caused by my hair being rained on when I was wearing a twist out. Yeah, single strand knots are, I would just say, almost a bit inevitable if you wear your hair out often, and it causes like you wear your hair out and then it shrinks and the little hairs, little curls just knot up on each other. One of the things I do recommend if you have like severe single strand knots is giving yourself a trim, because other hair will just continue to get caught up in it. But I always say try to keep your hair stretched and don't be worried about getting rid of every single strand knot, because I just feel like it's impossible. It is almost the nature of our hair. But giving yourself a nice little trim, at least to get rid of some of those ones at the end. Because I think what happens for me, at least, is when I detangle my hair, it just causes more breakage with the single strand knots. Like things just get caught up in it. So I would trim my hair and then try to keep your hair stretched. If you ever get your hair caught out in the rain and you're wearing a twist out, when you get home, just put it into like 6 or 7 large twists just to keep those ends stretched so that they don't knot up on each other again. Okay. Damaris says, I totally forgot to order the hibiscus moisturizer from your shop. I just ordered this weekend. I'm upset. I want to use today for my wash. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'm going to be shipping out, I guess, weekend orders. I think Friday through Sunday orders. I'll probably ship out between Monday and Tuesday. But message me, Damaris, message me on Instagram, okay? Kenny says, that was my big mistake. I had tingles. It wasn't too bad, but I should have done my pH like I always do. Oh, Kenny, are you talking about the pH of the clay treatment or something? Are you talking about tangles, probably? Demaris says, it's freezing here in New York City. We're getting snow till tomorrow. Yeah, I'm in Philly. They said that we're going to get snow, but as of yet, we haven't had snow. Even last time when DC got snow, I think New York got snow, parts of New Jersey got snow, but in Philly, maybe I'll say where I'm at in Philly, we ain't get no snow. I'm not complaining though, because I actually hate the cold. I hate the snow. I hate the cold. We can save it. Save it. We did get snow one day, but I'm talking about the day that they had promised us this big snowstorm. It ain't happened. Hey says, hi, can we also incorporate rice water into this? Yes, you can definitely incorporate rice water. You guys have the option to incorporate other things into it if you want to. But I'll say this, a lot of people have sometimes issues with rice water. Sometimes they say it makes their hair too hard or too this. So if you know something works for your hair, do it. I wouldn't introduce a bunch of new things if you've never tried it before, simply for the fact as in it's hard, like when you're doing a new regimen, and then it's hard to pinpoint like what may be causing your hair to respond differently, or what may be causing your hair to be like hard or too much protein or too much So if you know your hair likes something, by all means add it to the thing. This is a great time to just restart and revamp your regimen. And do it within a challenge, because you'll be focused on like, okay, we have to do this in these days. So yes, if you want to use it, you want to spray it on your scalp, go ahead and do so. Acme says, you seem happy today. I am very happy today. I don't know why. I just woke up in a really good mood. So I am good. Thank you. Naturalisa says, hey, hello, dear. Demir says, wow, my son is 36, so you can be my daughter. I'm 54, but no one believes me. Oh, I saw your picture on Instagram. You look great, Damaris. You look great. And yes, you could be my other mother. Shalette says, good morning from California. Starting the challenge today. A little nervous about the clay on my 5-month baby locks. Oh, you should be good. You should be good with the clay. I use the clay on my sister's locks. So, as long as you have good powders, good clays that are like sifted, you should be fine. They rinse out really, really well. And if you don't want to use like I think you'll be fine. I don't even want to say. I think you'll just be fine. Actually, a lot of salons I know that do like the detox for the. I don't know why I did that when I say detox. When they do the detox for locks, they'll do like a water bath. So maybe if you don't want to like cake it on your locks, but you could use like a bucket with the clays, a bucket of water with the clay in it, and then soak your locks in it. I think you'll also be good with doing something like that too. Loretta says, ginger is very good for weight. Just drink it with every meal. It works wonders on the middle section. Use organic roots with lemon and honey for sweetening. Yeah, actually, I love ginger. I actually sometimes do like a ginger tea. I just boil the ginger in water, and then I will just use lemon. I really am not a honey or just a sweetener type person when I drink teas. I don't know why. I just like them natural. But yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Tiffany says, I don't post that often on Instagram, but will comment on YouTube. I hope I win something. Well, that's fine. Like I said, we have multiple ways to participate and win. I'm trying to be inclusive, because I feel like before I would just say Instagram or YouTube. People were like, I don't want to do this. So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. We're going to have the lives. So hopefully, everybody has a chance to, participate, win, comment something. Okay. Curly Yaya says, I love both the leave-in and hibiscus cream. The leave makes my hair so soft. Yay! Thank you, thank you. I love to refresh my hair. Like this week, I actually refreshed my hair, I would say 3 times this week, just because the weather was so dry and I have that heat on. Probably on like 78 right now in my house, and everything in this house is dry. Like, it's just because it's cold and I have the heat on blast and I want my hair to stay moisturized. So I did spray that leave-in. Had to make sure my hair stayed nice and moisturized this week. Yvette says, eating one of my healthy meals now. Ooh, what are we eating, Yvette? Shantae says, is it okay to use the strengthening mask today? I used henna 3 weeks ago. If you want to use it today, you can. We'll be using the strengthening mask in 2 more weeks from now. So y'all are week 1. I think week 3 we'll use the strengthening mask. So if you want to use it today, you can. But we're also going to use it in 2 more weeks, 2 weeks after that. So, which is fine. Like, you can use a strengthening mask twice a month, 3 times a month, even depending on your hair. But you said you used henna 3 weeks ago. Yes, that's perfectly fine. I like to space out my protein mask treatments about every 3 weeks. So you're right on schedule if you want to use it today. Melissa says, hello, I'm here. Hi, dear. How are you? Z Baby says, I love the Brightening Lights Deep Conditioning. Yay! I'm so glad. I haven't heard much about it. I've heard about the purple shampoo, but the Brightening Lights Deep Conditioner, I will say this, if you like the hibiscus cream, the Brightening Lights Deep Conditioner is, I don't want to say similar. It's similar-esque in the, like, you have the marshmallow root, you have the slippery elm, you have silk amino acids. You have it is a nice, really conditioning mix. So I'm really glad to hear. I feel like my own deep conditioner will always be OG, but I'm glad to hear some other people, dipping into that other conditioner, and it smells great too. Loretta says, in fact, that's all I drink to maintain my weight, and water, coffee, teas, organic, of course. Yeah, that's actually really good. That's really good. Kenny says, I'll take all the deep conditioner you're willing to give away. I'm waiting for a sale because I need bulk. Oh, Kenny, you missed a sale. I just had a sale last week. Last week? I think it was last week. I was trying to get everything out, and I had to put the sale just a limited time because I'm also still one person and trying to get bulk orders out when I know y'all want your orders like right away because the challenge starts. But I'll probably do another sale at the end of the month. What's today? The 16th. Maybe towards the end of the month again to see if anyone needs a re-up on something. Yolanda says, I actually added a little twist to the challenge so far these new 3 months. I want to focus on length retention. So I'm adding shea powder to my moisturizing routine to see how my hair responds. Oh, nice. The shea powder is being mixed with either a leave-in or a moisturizing cream with oil. Oh, interesting. So you're just like applying it like caking it on? I'm just curious. Interesting. Because you know how they do like they do in the, what is it called? The Women of Chaldean? Is that how you say it? You know how they like cake it onto their hair? Is that how you're doing it? And then how are you styling your hair after that? I'm just curious. Uh, Loretta says no juice or sodas. Yeah, I'm not really. I have juice, but I usually, if I'm gonna drink juice, I usually do like 50% water with 50% juice because I don't drink juice and everything is so sweet. So I always have to dilute any kind of juice, and I only drink 100% juice if I am. And again, it's literally 50% juice, 50% water. I don't drink soda either, so. Curly yeah, says the henna actually turned my gray strands gold. Gold? I could probably see how it could have done that. Oh, where did you get your henna from? Cause that's interesting, gold. I'm trying to think. I mean, cause henna has a reddish tint. I've seen like orange, but gold. Interesting. Sharon says, I did clay mask and oat shampoo bar. Happy surprise. Okay. Oh, now deep conditioner. Oh, now leave-in and the Shea Whip butter. My hair feels great. Never felt this way before. Yay. Yes. I love it. I love to hear that. That is amazing. Um, y'all, a lot of people have told me so much how literally just having products like using my oat and aloe collection has just 360 their hair. Like, moisturize. Also learning, I think a lot of times I don't know if y'all are like me. I used to always think that I could just wash my hair whenever and I would moisturize my hair once and then that'd be it. And I would be able to retain length and I'd be able to do all the stuff. And really learning how to have a moisturizing regimen, like having stricter wash days, making sure I moisturize my hair using really quality ingredients, really helped me to retain moisture for much longer. So I'm glad it works for you too. Octavia says, "What brand of henna do you use?" I'm gonna show you. Y'all can't see, but I got all these stuff all on both sides. I use the Newport henna. I love this henna. Sometimes I will order in bulk from Henna Souk, but yeah, it just depends on. Honestly, Henna Souk has her Red Raj henna is the best Red Raj henna I think I've ever had. So it just depends on what I want, and sometimes I'll do a mix of those two together. But I really try to get like the best henna, and I really love that brand. They're in my Amazon store, so if you ever just do Amazon store Now I Am Nappy, you'll see the stuff that I'm actually using, the herbs that I'm ordering from Amazon. I should do one so you guys can see what I order from Mountain Rose Herbs versus maybe Henna Souk, because I get them from a number of sources. I'm really picky about where I order certain herbs from, like marshmallow root and slippery elm. I will not order from Amazon because a lot of suppliers like to add sawdust to them, and so from there I will definitely order those from Mountain Rose Herbs. Good quality of it. Also, Frontier Co-op. I really like their products too. I feel like they have really good quality herbs as well. Okay, Nicole Banks says, hey everyone. Hey girl, how are you? Sorry, I scrolled all the way up and I don't know what I did. Oh goodness. This is me talking on too much. Okay. Z Baby says, I started eating more fresh garlic and onions in my meals to get that sulfur internally, as well as using a DIY Sublime Sulfur oil on my scalp. Yeah. Did you decide, the Z Baby, to use the Sublime Sulfur over the MSM? I'm curious. And sulfur, again, is so, so, so good. I'm glad you're eating it internally too. Okay. Internally is really good for you. Acne says, so knowledgeable. What herbs are good for moisture, if any? My hair is thick and strong, but not keeping moisture well. Herbs for moisture are some of the ones like marshmallow root, slippery elm. You want to look for herbs that create some type of mucilage. And fenugreek actually is really good for that. Even though it does have some strengthening properties, it's not enough where I would be like, it's not a moisturizing herb. But how you want to make it to be the most moisturizing is, you want to use the powder, which is basically the ground seeds. You want to soak them overnight, and the whole mixture is going to become like a thick, gelatinous, thick thing that you can like mucilage, that you can detangle. You want to strain that though, because let me tell you, you don't want to put that just directly in your hair, because sometimes the little seeds, depends on how finely ground those seeds are. Those little things will get caught up in your hair forever, ever, ever, and you'll be washing your hair forever, and the little things will be like, So make sure you strain it out and use that amazing, amazing. I actually have a recipe on my channel for that. I actually use that mixed with like some coconut milk and a little bit of oil, and y'all, the slip is insane, insane. Let's see. You can also use flax seeds. They have great mucilage. Um, I'm drawing a blank. If anyone else wants to leave anything, oh, aloe vera is great for moisture. Really, really good. Kenny says, I've been taking a vitamin that's made for thickening, and I've been doing Ayurvedic Indian shampoo packs and the foam agents. Michelle recommended. Awesome. It got thicker for sure in ways that henna never did. Oh, awesome, awesome. That's really good. What which shampoo packs are you using? Like the Aretha or Shikakai? Which cleansers are you using? I'm curious. Oh, also another great moisturizing. I would say it's like a good cleansing, moisturizing, detangling is the Mbunu. I ordered that on Amazon, but it's from Africa. It's Mbunu, and you can also, why did I just draw a blank? Oh, and the cactus. Oh, y'all, if y'all the cactus videos that I did, cactus is amazing, for moisture and detangling. So yes. Mm. Loretta says, are shaved grass and horsetail the same? Why do I feel like I know this, and I feel like they are the same, or they're different types of it. I have to look it up because now I can't remember right now. And my phone's in the other room, of course. Sophia says, Michelle Dearest, my husband's baldness is really bad. In the middle and the front is almost bald. Can he reverse it with treatment? He might be able to. It depends on what's causing the baldness. Has he done all the testing and everything to make sure that he's well? Also, when it comes to men, sometimes a lot of times it's hormonal, and it sounds like it's DHT hair loss, which is the androgen related hair loss. So he would want to look at herbs, and if that is the case, like I would definitely recommend going to a doctor to find out what it is, because a lot of times it is excess DHT from that. If he's like crowning and up here balding, he can look up herbs like saw palmetto with amla powder, uh, fenugreek, because fenugreek has that component in it that actually can help with that. Also, black seed. I would highly recommend black seed oil for the androgen type hair loss. Um, it also depends on how long he's been bald. Is he like continual? Is like he's still going through the process of balding? Also with men, especially sometimes as they age, they have to really change their diet. A lot of times diet has a lot to do um, with that. Also green tea. Sorry, I'm jumping around in my brain. I'm thinking about DHT. Green tea, take that and spray that externally onto the hair, or brew it into a tea. Brew it into an oil, so that way he can oil the scalp and let it penetrate, give himself nice, good massages with that. Naturally says, question for everyone. How was it washing out the sugar scrub? You'd be surprised. The sugar scrub washes out pretty easily. You have to think like when the water, you want to use like lukewarm to warm water. Sugar almost dissolves in water, so it rinses out very, very easily. If anyone else feels free to like jump in and share that, their experience, please do. Loretta says, I use melon henna that comes with the indigo. Oh, good. Because then that gives you, I'm sure, like a brownish tone already. A lot of people don't like to DIY with it because they can't get the percentages right. But if you find a henna that does have indigo, it will prevent you from having like that bright reddish hair. It will give you nice chocolate to brown tones in your hair. Sable so say like with amla, how would I use it to activate my hair follicles? I have alopecia. I'm told the CCCA alopecia, but don't know if that is an accurate diagnosis. So is this omelet in the shampoo? Oh, so if you do have CCCA, I actually have two videos I recommend. I have a video called CCCA, how to like the causes of it and how to like, I don't want to say heal it, but how to heal it. And reverse, I'll say reverse it. Also I have another video on hair loss where I talk about like 4 or 5 different ways people lose their hair and then which herbs can help you to grow your hair follicles back. I actually will drop them in the chat box. But you can use amla. You can use amla in mask treatments. So a mask treatment, you would just use maybe your amla powder. I would probably add a bit of saw palmetto and fenugreek with some warm water, and you can use that on your scalp. You can also brew it into a tea and spray that directly on the area. And you can also use it in an oil, infuse it into oil. I also have tons of videos on my channel where you can infuse those into oils and then use them regularly on your hair. I would say the amla pack, or using the mask treatment on your hair directly, is going to give you the most powerful benefits like right away, but with continued use. The issue with CCCA, and I'm saying this because you're sometimes thinking of it only as externally. The issue with CCCA a lot of times is that it's internally, and I'm saying that as in I experienced it, which is why I have a video on it. And for me, it was tied to my iron anemia. And a lot of times it's tied to iron anemia, vitamin D deficiency, and of course it could also be due to like high ponytails, two tight ponytails in the same area over and over again. But a lot of times it was actually due to more internal factors than it was external. So I would highly recommend going to your dermatologist and just, I know he said CCCA, but see, like if they can, not just your dermatologist, but get a blood test, see if you're deficient in anything, and then, what would you call it? And then you can use amla. Also, I have a video about how moringa, if you have iron anemia, moringa is a great herb to like bring your iron levels back up. And I'm going to drop the video on CCCA in the chat right now for you. Highly recommend you watch that. And also the video I did, literally it's called like vitamin deficiencies and how they cause certain types of hair loss. I have quite a few videos on hair loss because it is such a really common issue in our community, and it's right in here. For a lot of Black women, that CCCA is due to vitamin or nutrient deficiencies, hormonal deficiencies. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for this other. I'm also going to drop in the video I have about how to make an amla mask in the chat. Okay. Paste. Okay. Oh, GH Enriquez, please and thanks. Your necklace on the thumbnail. Oh yes, I dropped it. I dropped it in the Facebook group, and I dropped it in last week's. I dropped it in last week's live. So let me go to that. Let me go to last week's live, and I put it in the description box because not last week. It was 2 weeks ago. A few people asked me about it. Here. So if anyone was curious about the necklace that I have in the thumbnail of this video, it's in the chat. She also has a ton of other jewelry that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's see. Diane Moore says I didn't have any issues washing out the sugar scrub. Thank you, thank you. My rabbit fur hair will lock to anything. Okay. Well, if your hair is like, are you saying your hair is just like naturally locking? I think most people's hair is pretty kinky. So if you want to like keep it stretched, I mean, if you want to like not have it like, wrap around stuff, keep it stretched, keep it up, keep it out of the way. A lot of times whenever you guys see me style my hair, I'll put it into large twists until it gets like a little bit more dry and then manipulate it because I like to keep my hair a bit more stretched. Especially the longer it gets, it helps to prevent those single strand knots. So that's a lot of times why you guys see me put into larger twists, and then later on I'll style it once it's dried some. Sean says, Kenny, what products are those? I'm interested in thickening my hair. I use henna too. Okay, Demer's oil. Mother Nature messing with us. Okay, Melissa says, order too late. Won't be getting mine until Tuesday. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Nina says, I had no issues washing out the sugar scrub. I was surprised. It actually washed out easy for me. Yeah, it actually washes out very, very easily. The sugar scrub. Again, if you use warm to lukewarm water, the sugar dissolves and just washes right away. Okay, GH Enrique, I sent you the necklace. You have that. Nora says, my ends are weak. How do I strengthen them? I don't want to cut off too much of my ends as I've trimmed several times already. So your ends are, okay, you have to think about this. The ends are the oldest part of your hair. So you probably could do a little bit more protein treatments on them, focus them on there, or keep them wrapped and tucked away. And heavily moisturize. That is kind of like the easiest way to keep them as strong as possible. Keep them tucked in. Y'all see a lot of times when I show you my protective styles, my ends are always up and tucked away. You want to be gentle with your ends. They're the oldest part. But honestly, if your ends are weak and they're breaking, trim them off. And then you just got to make sure the next time well, not the next time, but from here on out, you just care for your ends like take a lot of care with them. They're the oldest part. You want to be gentle with them. You don't want to do any rough detangling with them. You want to use maybe more protein treatments on them because they're old and they actually a lot of times need a little bit more tender care. So keep them moisturized, keep them tucked away, and they'll allow you to retain length. Shalai says, thank you, you're welcome. Nora says, how much panthenol should I add to a cup of rose water for a DIY spritz? Should you use liquid panthenol or powdered panthenol? Recommendation or where to buy panthenol. So you can use either one, a lot of places either have one or the other. And so I would say whichever one you find. I get my panthenol from two places, Ingredients to Die For and lotioncrafter.com. And they either have the liquid or the powder. So the liquid panthenol is D-panthenol. The powdered panthenol is DL-panthenol, which just means there's two forms of it. There's like a right-facing one and a left-facing one. I know this is chemistry, so you guys don't probably care about that, but that's just the nature of it. The D-panthenol can be fully absorbed into your hair. The D and L-panthenol is a little bit more restrictive, but they dissolve in water. You can use them just fine. You can use panthenol up to a certain percentage. I would definitely recommend, I don't know what the highest it is, but I would recommend about 2 to 3% of panthenol per cup of water. So I know that doesn't help, but if you have a scale, that would be the easiest way I could tell you to do it. So if you have 100 grams of water, rose water, you would add, if you were going to add 2%, you would add 2 grams of 2 grams of panthenol to the mixture, stir it up, and use it on your hair, and that's perfect. And again, the names of it, I don't know, because I'm going to scroll down, and I'm sure you probably asked me, what are the names again? The names of the company are Ingredients to Die For, all one word.com, and the other one is lotioncrafter.com. Melissa says, hashtag NIAN challenge. Thank you, sis. Sandy says, hello from New York. Have questions about Jadasmanzi and henna. Can you use it together? I started using the Jadasmanzi on weeks. I use protein on my hair. Switched it out with fenugreek. What do you think? You can definitely use them together, and you can actually use it, Jadasmanzi, henna, and fenugreek all together. Jasmine is an herb that's very, very, very dark. It's good for those who have premature graying. It can actually darken your hair. It's a great herb, and you can mix it in with your henna. It'll probably make your henna, again, give you a more chocolatey to darker color on your hair instead of that bright red. I think it's great. I think it's great to use. I would definitely use it all together. Kay says, "Hey everyone, I'm using kale and clay. And oat and owl deep conditioner, my fave. Smoothie bowl as my hair. Healthy meal. Nature's Bounty hair vitamins. Water is the easy part. I started the herbal hair growth tea. Awesome, awesome. You're doing that treatment today. I'm so glad you're joining us, dear. Nika says, I've been having that same dry hair issue this week. The central heat is killing my moisture retention. Yeah, I know it's my fault because I'm telling you this heat is on 78 degrees. I'm telling you this house is like a little sauna in here. So I mean, I feel like my lips are dry, my skin is dry. I gotta turn the heat down. Chicky says hello, and then Z-Babe says 78. That's a lot of heat. Listen, I was laying in bed under the covers this morning, and I was like, I'm so dry because the heat was like directly blasting on me, and I was like, okay, I probably should turn down the heat because everything in this house is dry right now. My dog, when I say my dog was drinking all this water this week, I said he's probably tired of me in this heat. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill on it. Sandy says, I washed my hair today. I forgot to do the scalp scrub. Can I double up for next week? Oh yeah, definitely. You can definitely do so. Tiffany says, my hair is close to bra strap. Hoping by summer with this challenge, I'll be at bra strap. Oh, yes, girl. You got this. We going to be there. We're going to be swinging our hair past the bra strap in the summertime. I'll say this, on average, most women grow about half an inch of hair a month. So if you can not just grow, but retain that, you should be at about 3 more inches in the summertime. So I'm sure that will bring you there. Even if you have to trim off half an inch, you'll still be at 2.5 inches longer. You still should be there, you know? Loretta says, I'm doing a pre-poo with aloe vera and my oil mix. Then I'll wash tomorrow with shikakai. Then I'm going to try the shebe for the first time. Okay, good, good. That's a good routine. Sounds good. I'm sure your hair is going to love that pre-poo mix. Awesome, awesome. Sandy says, I think you mentioned where you get your herbs. I missed it. Would you mind repeating? Yeah, I get my herbs from Mountain Rose Herb. I'm going to type it in the chat. Mountain Rose Herbs. Why did I just drop blank? Sometimes henna souk. She has really good henna, but I also will mix it. I'll get her henna and I'll mix it with a Nupur henna. Because again, she has to me the best Red Raj henna I've ever in life. If anyone has ever used Red Raj, it is bomb. Sometimes Amazon. I have an Amazon store. Oh, So if you just type in, I'm gonna say Amazon store. If you type in NowIamNappy Amazon store, it will come up. Because basically I'll show you all the herbs and where I get them from. Frontier Co-op. Okay. Tanisi says, "Oh no, I missed the sale as well." I'll be doing another one at the end of the month. I didn't post the sale. I just talked about the sale in the video. I didn't post it anywhere else because I knew if I sent out an email to my email list, I probably wouldn't be able to get all of everyone who needed it for the challenge. Because that's what happens. If I send out an email, then I'll get so many orders and then I'll be backlogged for those who are actually doing the challenge. So I literally only mentioned the sale in last week's video. And that's why it was kind of like, if you watch the video to the end, you would have known. Or if you would have happened just to go on the website, because I did put it on the website. I just didn't send out an email blast because I feel like every time I send out an email blast, I then become overwhelmed, and those who actually need the products for the challenge won't get them in a timely fashion because I'll be, packing orders for the next 2 weeks, which is fine. But the next sale that I do though will be an email blast. So if you miss this sale, the next one, it won't just be via a YouTube video. I'll post it on social media. I'll do an email blast. I'll do all of that. But yeah, the sale was like 5 days. And I only mentioned it in the YouTube video. So sorry you missed it, but stay tuned, sis. Stay tuned. Yvette says, my current healthy meal, salad topped with fresh garlic, grilled veggies, Brussels sprouts, onions, peppers, and avocado. Ooh, I use pumpkin seed oil instead of salad dressing. Sounds very delicious. Today, this evening, I'm probably going to make my little Thai red curry dish. I'm just going to put like a ton of veggies. I went to the grocery store yesterday when I made that cheat meal, and I got a ton of veggies. So I'll probably make that today so I can eat that for the next few days with a little side of mac and cheese. Okay, so Sandy says, what's a good way to work panthenol into your weekly hair routine? Is it a good idea? Yeah, I think it's definitely a good idea. If you have most products, I should say, like all of my products have pretty much panthenol in it in some form, either in like the deep conditioner or in the leave-ins or the moisturizers. I would add it to something that you're going to leave in your hair versus something that you're just going to rinse off. It does have properties, so even if you rinse it off, like you use it as a shampoo, it does leave a little bit behind. But I like to usually add it into like leave-ins or creams or in the deep conditioner, something I'm going to leave on my hair for a bit longer because panthenol is a humectant, so it's going to help attract more moisture to your hair. So I would opt for it probably like in the leave-in or the moisturizer, any type, something you're gonna leave on your hair, like I'm gonna say permanently, but for the week. And my products, again, my products I have do contain panthenol, and so yes, if you're using my products, you're getting panthenol already in your regimen. Loretta says, "Oh yeah, I just bought the MSN and started to take for the 4th day now." Okay, good. Have you had any side effects, Loretta? Have you been doing good with it? Natural Language says, Happy New Year, Meech and friends. Thank you, my dear. Oh, Curly Yaya said from me. Oh, how interesting. Turn your hair. She's talking about that henna. Oh, you got it from me to turn your hair yellow? Very interesting. I haven't heard about yellow. Usually like it gives like a bronzy, like orange and reddish color. T Will says, Lord, I want to be able to use MSN. I tried it, but it did not go well. And T Will, not everything's for everybody, and it's okay. It's okay. I Curly said I got the henna from me. Okay, usually it gives you like a reddish color. I'm surprised it made them gold. I'm trying to think like, interesting. Yvette says, if I put my heat on 78, my entire everything would be dry. Stay warm. Yeah, that's why everything is dry in this house. Mine is cold too. Yeah. Sandy says 50% seltzer, 50% juice. 50% water tastes like it. For me, seltzer is way better. Yeah, I do agree. The seltzer is good in the juice. Yolanda says, today I added the leave-in first and then the shaving powder with the cream and oil and then putting up in Felicia braids after each section. I'm thinking, how should I go remoisturizing? If I were to remoisturize, if I were you, I'd probably add in more leave-in because the leave-in is water. As long as it's a water-based leave-in, that will actually help you, can get more moisture, and it probably should help you to reactivate some of the shea powder and all that in your hair. Damaris says, I bought the combo brightening lights with the hibiscus. I have some gray hair in front. Everyone in my family has one. Ooh, nice. Yolanda says, during the week, do you have any suggestions? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think you have my leave-in conditioner. I would definitely refresh your hair with the leave-in conditioner during the week. Stacy says, thank you. So henna is the way to go. I actually used your henna bar and I loved it. Recently repurchased it from you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Acme says, okay, I'll try oat and aloe. Thanks. You're welcome. Oh goodness, hold up. Sorry, I scrolled up too far. Okay, where are you? Where am I? Oh wow, I must have like really scrolled all the way down. Okay, here we are. Oh, Cheeky Caramel says, I'm late. What is a good protein and moisture? Especially trying to retain length. What is a good? So I recommend my strengthening hair mask, my oat and aloe strengthening hair mask, because it is perfectly balanced with protein and moisture. If you need a strong protein treatment, there are Green Beauty has a great protein treatment. It literally is just wheat protein. You can add it to your deep conditioner and give yourself a nice protein and moisture balance treatment. Also, Apogee, obviously that's the OG. It is a two-step strong protein. If you use that, you must deep condition your hair afterwards. Um, and not just with the little moisturizer that they give you. I'm talking about get a deep conditioner. I highly recommend my oat and aloe deep conditioner. That will give you all of the moisture back to your hair because Apogee is a very, very powerful treatment. But yeah, my strengthening my hair mask is perfectly balanced. You get protein and moisture. And a lot of people use that and don't need anything else afterwards. So, yes. Um, Teddy says, yes, gold and orange. Scared to use again. Yeah, I guess you know what the gray hairs, it can leave like an orange, a goldish orange tint. It is very common. And I'll say this, the more you use henna, it's buildable, right? You want red hair, it's very buildable over time. Your first henna might not be super powerful. Remember, you're also using a gloss treatment and not a full henna treatment. Um, Gloss treatments are not as powerful as a full henna treatment. I probably could see like my like grays up front are very orange, lighter orange, not necessarily gold, but they're definitely orange. But by the second or third henna treatment, they'll be like bright red. You'll just see them in like pow. Um, Browning just says I'm using Red Raj right now. Love it. Yeah, Red Raj is such a bright red. Um, I actually really love that color. Sable says, I would love gold with my color of hair, but I've never tried henna. A lot of people are nervous about henna. I actually have a video about it. Um, and I think I always recommend like my henna gloss bar because it's a less powerful or strong treatment, but you're still going to get the properties of the henna, but you also get moisture. So some people feel like henna could be too strengthening, but the gloss treatments are going to give you that moisture and strengthening properties together. Sammy says, I'm the same way. Seltzer is the only thing I drink. Mix that with lime juice or sorrel, and it's the best fake soda you'll ever have. First of all, I ain't had some good sorrel in a long time. Um, I'm gonna definitely try that though. The seltzer with the sorrel. I actually have big old packs of seltzer. I do a bit. I drink a bit of seltzer, but I feel like I still be dehydrated. Is that just me? Is anyone else drink seltzer and be like, I still need water? But anyways, um, are you in the Facebook group? I can send you the photo and the videos Michelle made on how to make it from. Okay, perfect. I got marshmallow root from Amazon, and there was a whole feather in it, and they wouldn't let you leave a review. Yeah, I will tell you this: you have to be really careful with marshmallow root and slippery elm from Amazon. I don't know why, but those two herbs, I think it's because it's easy to mix in other things with it, and suppliers just seem to do so. So I will only recommend getting it from like Mountain Rose Herbs because they are organic and I've never had an issue with the quality of herbs from them. Thank you for showing the henna. I'm also looking at your Amazon store now. Awesome. T-Will says, when I took MSM internally, I got acne like bumps in random places on my body and they left dark spots. Oh no. Yeah, when it comes to MSM, if you guys don't know, like definitely check out my MSM video. When you take MSM too quickly, you don't give yourself time for your body to adjust to it and acclimate, you will have random side effects. You could have excess acne, hair growth, crazy dreams, all types of things. When we did our MSM challenge, we literally started off with like an eighth of a teaspoon at a time. Also, just know you have to drink a lot of water with it so that you know your body is staying hydrated. MSM is very, very powerful, but it's not for everybody. And some people, no matter what I recommend, and not just me, I'm just saying, no matter what is recommended, it just doesn't work well for some people. You may find that you like the Sublime Sulfur better than the MSM, or maybe you just say, you know what, I'm not gonna rock out with sulfur. You can get sulfur in other ways. You can get sulfur from veggies, your onions, your garlic. There's another herb, and I just drew a blank on it, that has sulfur. But you can also Google herbs that contain sulfur. It will tell you MSM just may not be the way to do it. Loretta says, since I started using henna, my hair started growing faster, seems to me. Plus, I mix mine with coffee. Yeah, you know, henna has a lot of good properties with it. It helps a lot of people to retain length better. Also, henna has antifungal, antibacterial, and all that. So, like, if you're dealing with scalp issues, using henna regularly really helps to heal and nourish your scalp. So it can promote better hair growth, and also when using herbs that have strengthening properties, it helps a lot of people to retain length. People are sometimes so scared of protein and strengthening type treatments, but I constantly try to remind you guys that our hair is a protein, okay? It is protein. And so we can do a lot of times with a lot more strengthening properties than we realize. It's just as long as you keep it balanced. As long as you, if you're using strength, use moisture, right? And keeping it balanced and keeps your hair happy and helps you to retain length for much longer. And yeah, that's that was my spiel. Okay. Oh, and I love that you mix coffee with your henna. I actually have a video about coffee and henna. Coffee also contains what is it called? Caffeine, and caffeine is actually really good for hair growth. So that could also have helped as well. Just FYI. Z Baby says, I did decide to use the Sublime Sulfur thanks to my sisters on the NIM Facebook. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I saw the chat regarding it, and I didn't know I'm glad you decided with it. So happy for you, dear. Oh, rose and hibiscus. Oh, you were telling me herbs. I think this was earlier when I was asking for herbs that are like moisturizing and hydrating. Rose and hibiscus, yes. Robin says, "Hi Michelle, you said you refresh your hair 3 times this week. Did you do that? Tea rinses?" No, I just used my leave-in conditioner. And honestly, I literally didn't even take my bun out. I should have, but I just sprayed my hair. Like at one point, I almost like soaked my hair down with my leave-in, tied my scarf on my hair, and in the morning it was nice and everything was like slicked back. So that's how I refresh my hair. It's like sometimes I will like take down the bun and spray that, but this week I was lazy. I just sprayed it until it was like wet and then put a scarf on it for bed and went to sleep like that. Okay, she says, yes, I'm in the Facebook group. Okay, awesome. The high tea with honey is good. Expensive as heck, but good. Yeah, it is expensive, but it is good. I really love supporting other black owned businesses. So, okay, Sandy says, don't use chia seeds while moisturizing. Good luck separating the seeds from liquid. Impossible. I think if you're gonna do the chia seeds, you have to strain it completely. And I'm talking about like in a cheesecloth. Any herbs like the fenugreek and all that, I recommend a cheesecloth if you're gonna like strain stuff. Um, thanks for the info, T. Well, I guess I hope for the best. Okay, you guys are chatting. She's I hope it works for you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, this is very easy. I just washed out mine. Oh, you're talking about the sugar treatment? Awesome. Octavia says, I had the same experience from Amazon blocking my review. It's a shame because some of these suppliers need to be put on blast. Loretta says, I love sugar scrubs. Yes, it was very easy because it melts, like she said. Makes my scalp feel so clean. Yeah, thanks. That's why I recommend the sugar scrub. I've seen salt scrubs and I've seen all types, but I really like how it makes my hair feel even afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Sandy says, central heat dryness, humidifier, Guru Nanda. You can add essential oils, $69, Amazon. I use mine at night. Oh, I might have to get a humidifier. I have a little essential oil diffuser, which I use at night, which is really good. But yeah, the dryness in my house is palpable at this point. Tiffany says, would you ever have all 3 gloss bars sold as a bundle? Actually, yes, and I meant to do that just to make it a bundle. I just really got busy. But I will do that actually. Emma said, do you know the name of the herb that blocks DHT? Oh, you missed it earlier. I named like 4 or 5 different herbs that blocks DHT, but green tea, black seeds, and you want to do a mixture of the saw palmetto with the amla powder. Also onion, and you know what? And I have a video on this, and you could actually Google it or just put into YouTube. NowIamNappy onion. I do onion rinses, but I use the skin of the onion, not just the actual onion, and it also prevents it from like stinking. Because the onion skin contains I think it's quercetin. which blocks so much DHT and is actually almost as good as the onion, the actual onion. So using the peel and it produces like a purplish tea is amazing. I talk all about that in that video, so definitely check that out. But all those other herbs are also great for blocking DHT. So I'm trying to save someone's $10. I'm cracking up at y'all chatting in this chat here. Let's see. Nora says, try a tiny bit of hair grease on your ends. If you're too scared of grease, double up on the cream. So with your ends, yeah. Sandy says iron deficiency. Yeah, SSS tonic, Amazon. I'll definitely check out that SSS tonic. I'm always looking for new and interesting things. I'm never gonna say no to learning something new. I'm gonna type that into my chat so I can look at this after. SSS tonic. I'll take a look. Also for my iron deficiency, y'all know I take my Gaia Plant Force iron. It's a liquid iron, which I find is so much better. It doesn't constipate you. Your body can absorb it. Really love that. Okay, next up. Oh, hi Marie. I'm just going through. I'm sorry. I've been chatting a lot. Okay, Anissa says, hi Michelle, hope all is well. How long after henna treatment can I do a protein treatment? I would space them out about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks is good. And what type of protein? Is it going to be like a really strong protein treatment? Or like a mass treatment, which means like protein and moisture combined in one. My hair got very thin in the crown from an iron deficiency. Now that, yeah, I mean, it's very common, and that's why. Well, you weren't on the chat earlier, but if you listen to the beginning of the chat, I literally talk about this, how a lot of women have black women have CCCA because we have iron deficiency anemia. I had iron deficiency anemia, and I lost the hair all in the crown, very thin, breaking, weak, brittle for a long time. But really getting my iron levels back up there was life-changing. I have a video talking about moringa and how powerful moringa is. It's one of the highest vegetarian sources of iron. It's also so powerful, has like good vitamin A, vitamin D, calcium, vitamin C. It's a powerful, powerful herb. Highly recommend you watch that video too. It's very common for a lot of us to have those type of issues. So definitely it definitely can be fixed. It can be reversed. It's just going to take time. The issue when it comes to iron deficiency, and it's going to range for everybody, is that we have iron stores and then we have iron that we actively use in our body, right? When we're iron deficient, and depends on how deficient you are, I'll speak for myself. I didn't even have iron actively running through my blood like that, and then also my iron stores were on like zero. Like I fainted because I was so anemic. Like I was pretty much like they want to give me like a blood transfusion. Like I was literally like dying out here. I was always cold. I was always weak and tired. So of course not everyone has to be at that level. I'm just saying there are different levels. So for me to like restore my hair growth, like my body was just trying to live and thrive. My organs were just trying to pump blood and nutrients just to the body. They didn't care about my nails. They didn't care about my hair. It was like, we're just trying to survive out here. So for me, it was not only getting the iron levels back, healthy in my body, but then filling those iron stores up for then my body to decide, okay, I'm going to now allow your nails to grow and your hair to grow back. So it took me a good 7-8 months for me to even notice a change in my hair. Now, hopefully you're not at that level because I was at really, really low. But the thinning in the crown tells me that it's low enough that your body's not giving enough care to your hair, because you know our hair and our nails they're the last things. Our body is not going to care about that. Our body's going to be like, psh, whatever nutrients are going to be used for internally for your heart, liver, lungs, all of that to pump blood through. So it's only going to care about this internally, and your external extremities are going to be the least of its concern. So, with time, it's not going to be a perfect overnight fix, but really try to get those iron levels back up, and you will notice a big change in your hair over time. Nora says, is a Rev Air really safer for natural hair? I know the temperatures are really high. Why is it safer than regular blow dryer if your hair is still being subjected to very high temperatures? Actually, Nora, I know nothing about how the Rev Air works other than that it's reverse air, so it's technically, they say it's not. I don't know how it really works. I've seen people do it. I don't know. If y'all know, I have no type of blow drying instruments in my house. I'm not gonna lie, I have a blow dryer, but I don't blow dry my hair. Um, I pretty much always air dry my hair. I would have to look into it. I'm not gonna lie, I find it utterly fascinating. I've seen amazing results from women who swear by it. It looks amazing. I just don't know. I just don't know much about it. Z Baby and Yvette talking about you had me a Brussels sprout. It started to grow back or down that I have built up my iron levels. Oh, it has started to grow back. Awesome. Good, good, good. Demarisha said, yes, cactus and abunu are great. Yes, yes, I've ordered it from Amazon. Perfect. Yeah, they're amazing. Thank you so much for dropping the videos. You're welcome. Nika says DNL are anatomers. Yes. I was trying not to get too sciencey, Nika. We be talking though. And this is I did a fish treatment last week, and I just received your Amla Neem Fenugreek gloss bars. How soon can I use it after that treatment? Oh, you can definitely use it next week. That's fine. The gloss bar treatments are very, very moisturizing. They're going to give you a bit of strength, but you're going to get a lot of moisture. Sophia says, Michelle, use humidifier. It will put humidity in the air in your house. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna go get one because I can't. I'm gonna die over here with the dryness. Sharon says it's snowing in Northern Virginia now. It's funny. It's not snowing yet here, but the entire sky is now white, which means it's about to snow. So we'll probably be getting snow right now. Okay, Octavia says, I just ordered the henna from your Amazon store just now. Hey, okay. Sandy says 78 degrees. I hear that, yes. Marie says, come on, Eagles. Michelle, are you a Cowboys fan? I know I'm talking. I sure am a Cowboys fan. I'm from Texas, y'all. You know I gotta be a Cowboys fan. So, Cowboys, if y'all don't know, Cowboys and Eagles are like biggest like enemies in the East. So, it's always fun to harass all my Eagle fans whenever that Cowboys and Eagles play. Usually we win one and y'all win one. But it's cool. We can get off topic if we like. Okay. Let's see. Um, Sandy says, I have CCCA. Some hairs grew back. It took 18 months. Not all or most, but enough to make me happy. You have to be patient and consistent. You really do. You're so 100% right. And yes, consistency and being patient, getting whatever, again, like I said, a lot of that is internal. Getting those stores, getting those levels really back up will help. And over time, y'all, I wish I was on social media during that time because I wish I would have taken pictures of what my hair looked like versus what my hair looks like today. We're just talking about night and day differences, just night and day. And I never thought, and even then, like even when I'm not really doing well with my iron, my hair, I feel like it doesn't, it just starts to act funny in that area. And that area is actually still to this day a completely different texture than the rest of my hair. It is more highly porous. And for me, I have to take more, gentle time while detangling that area. I can use a little bit more protein or heavier products on that particular area. It is just something that I have to work on. I have to make sure I be consistent with using my taking my iron, not slacking off, because we be slacking off sometimes. But um, it's one of those things when you're right. Consistency is so, so important. Okay, Kate says, hi everyone. Hey dear. Okay, no side effects. Nora says, regarding adding 2 grams of panthenol to 100 grams of rose water, is this 2 grams of liquid panthenol or 2 grams of powdered panthenol? Or the percent change if you use liquid versus powder? Oh, it's just 2%. So you're weighing it on a scale, so it's not going to matter if it's liquid or powder. You're going to put it on a scale, so 2 grams is 2 grams. Moon Radiate. Planning to get hair in cornrows to last for several months. Can I still participate in the challenge? Yes, you can. You might have to modify some treatments because I'm sure you don't want those cornrows to get super fuzzy too soon. But also I always recommend that you set several months. I don't know how long you plan to do several months, as in you're going to take out your hair and then put them back in. Leaving hair in one style for that long, I would always just be a little cautious if it's going to be several months, but I would say 6 to 8 weeks at most refresh, redo, but you can by all means wash your hair in cornrows, use treatments in cornrows, use tea in cornrows, refresh in cornrows. Those are perfect. They're a great protective style. So, I'm down for that. Janice talking about the hi ladies. I'm late. What I missed? Since you missed all of it, everything. No. You gonna have to go back. We done talked about 100 different things here. Z Baby says, what is Red Raj? Why is it preferred? Red Raj is just it has a higher red dye content than your regular henna is. So you're gonna get a richer reddish color. So like, I mean, I feel like for us who have really dark hair, you're not gonna see it as much. Like you guys have seen, like I have a reddish hue in my hair. It might just be a richer red color. If you have like blonde hair, you have red hair, Red Raj leaves such a beautiful dye color on the hair. Like it is gorgeous. But yeah, it just has a higher red color, higher dye color. Why can't I speak? Goodness. It has a higher dye content in there. So you're going to get richer, darker, more hues in it. Cheeky Karma says, thank you. I'm looking for the link to your moisturizing strengthening product. Okay. Let me put my product here in the chat for you. Okay, so the strengthening hair mask that's balanced, protein and moisture balance is here. I'll drop that in there, and I clearly need to update my website because it still says the sale's going on and it is not going on. It says sale ends January 8th, but let me copy. Paste. I'm so surprised Manny hasn't come in here. He's literally laying in the living room. Okay. Yolanda says, I'm in the Facebook group. I would love those videos as well. Okay. How often can I use your gloss bars in a month? You can use them. Actually, you could use them like every wash day. Honestly, they're balanced perfectly, so you could use them. We're doing a challenge right now, Emmett. So, if you want to join us on the challenge, we'll be using them every 2 or 3 weeks. We'll be doing alternating those treatments. So if you want to join us on that, check out our challenge video. If you literally look at, not last week, but the week before that video, that's the whole challenge. You can download everything. Yeah, and then last week I showed you what we're going to be doing for that week. I'm going to be a week ahead of everybody, so, but join us on the challenge because then you'll see how often we use the gloss bars. You can join us with them, use them with us, so definitely come on over, sis. Loretta says, I used my henna about 3 weeks ago and I didn't let the indigo set as long as I thought, so my gray came out orange. Oh, but I left it alone. Now it looks auburn. I like it. Hey, okay, that works out. Sandy says, I don't drink seltzer straight. Gross. Only with juice. Nothing like plain old H2O. Seltzer, I mean, I like flavored seltzer. And I like lime seltzer. Like seltzer with lime juice in it. Like fresh. Same one. But you're right. I love myself some good old plain H2O. Nora says, Michelle, your smooth skin is goals. Thank you. I ain't got no makeup on either today. I was like, y'all just go get natural Michelle right now. But thank you. Chicky says, oh wow, I never knew MSN caused crazy dreams. Yeah, it can for a lot of people. Some people may not, but a lot of people have them wild dreams, me included. Octavia says, I just purchased the henna for gray hair in front of my head. Thank you. Awesome. Where can you buy the Sublime Sulfur? The last time I purchased it, and maybe someone else can because I'm not using it, was on Amazon. But I'm pretty sure you can get it probably at any health food store. But yeah, if someone else would like to share that, by all means. Katie says, how often should I use your henna gloss bar? I do henna treatments every 3 weeks. So I would say I do full henna mask every 6 weeks. But you can do gloss treatments every 3 weeks. Loretta says, oh, I want the dreams. I play numbers from dreams. It works for me. Oh, you don't want these kind of dreams, Loretta. If y'all don't, MSN dreams be on some like other level type of, I don't know, like they're not necessarily, I don't consider them to be nightmares, but they're like highly vivid and like on some always like crazy, like I'm in space floating around and I can't get back to Earth, and I'm seeing everything and I'm touching everything. Or this one dream I remember, like I was like in a ditch and we were like fighting in a war, but like I don't know, it was always just a random but very vivid. Like I could, at the time I remember I could tell in very detail, and like crazy things are happening that like I know in my head this can't be real life because no way this would happen. But um, not necessarily you're gonna play numbers with them. MSN dreams are be on another level. Um, Yuri says, "Hey, baby, you cook and clean." Okay, yes. Kay says, has any tried the high maintenance hair growth tea? I love it. Yes, I love it too. I've tried it. Okay. Laura says, yes, I need your website to order some things from you. So post it, please. Okay, yes, I dropped it in the chat. So hopefully you guys have it. But it's just in case, I'll add it again. It's just NowIamNappy.com. Melissa says, yes, please on those bundles. Yes, I'll definitely do that. Loretta says, salt scrubs dry your scalp. Yeah, I don't really do the salt scrubs. The sugar scrubs is where it's at for me. I see you, Nika. Shay says, hello everyone. I want to join challenge. How can I get the calendar, please? You can download the calendar right on my site. I'll put the calendar link right for you guys. Just for reference, you have to check all the way out of the site. Why aren't we loading? Okay. Okay. Oh, Sharon says, I use black seed tea rinse before conditioning and detangling my hair every wash day. That's awesome. Black seeds are so good for you guys. Like, take it internally. Sometimes I literally just eat the seeds. I know a lot of people, like I said, I admit that I have a weird herbal thing where I just eat random herbs and drink random teas, and people be like, oh, that tastes like dirt, and I love it. I love it all. So, but yes, black seed tea is amazing. Yes, awesome. Oh, so Nate just says, purchasing the tea today. She is having a birthday sale, 28% off. Okay, y'all, go ahead and get your teas. Okay. She has the schedule underneath the challenge video. Thank you, Nay. Thank you. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? She says, hey, lady. Naman says, hello, glowing man. Thank you, thank you. Sandy says, I have grays, lots. Dye with henna every week. 2 weeks henna. 1 week no henna, but add protein. Then back to henna. 2 vein to wait 3 weeks to alternate between henna and protein. Listen, as long as it works for you, and I tell people, a lot of times people can get away with more strengthening your protein than they realize. Just make sure y'all moisturizing, deep conditioning your hair. You really, really will be fine. You really will. Demir says, yes, moringa is a powerhouse for sure. I'm old school, but I remember my mom giving my sister and I liquid Geritol for Geritol? Is that what it's called? For real. I cannot believe it. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, moringa is bomb. I have a video on it. If you don't know, seriously, amazing. Get on that. Not too vain, Sandy. It isn't too vain. Let me tell you, when my grays get heavier than they are, I will be henning probably more often. Because I will do a gloss in between, because these, it's on this side, my right side. I noticed when I parted my hair to do this little braid thing, I saw all these grays even further back. I thought that was just on the up front. Oh no, these grays they get a little heavy over here. So yeah, I'm with you on there, Sandy. I'm with you. Diane says, I'm still waiting on my high maintenance tea that was shipped 1/6. USPS says supposed to deliver 1/18. Can't wait to try. Awesome. What's today? The 16th? Yeah, USPS be playing around sometimes. Vanessa says, what supplements are we taking? Vitamin C, zinc, B12, vitamin D, biotin, ashwagandha, flaxseed oil, wet acid internally, getting iron too. So Vanessa, we actually left the supplements up to everybody individually, because I was said in the video that a lot of people may not have different deficiencies or different needs. I'm iron anemic, so I'm taking my Gaia Plant Force Iron. I'm taking my hair, skin, and nails, and that does have I take the one that has biotin in it. I know not everybody can take biotin, and I'm saying that if you do take the hair, skin, and nails with biotin, you need to make sure you're drinking all of your water, which we should be doing anyways, but I'm just putting that out there. And I'm taking, there's B12 in the hair, skin, and nails that I'm taking too. But that is really it for me, supplement wise. I know some people are taking the MSM, and other people are taking Sublime Sulfur. Uh, but I think that's it. So I also, on a regular, you guys, we're drinking teas, but I also regularly pretty much drink moringa tea. I also drink the high maintenance hair tea, and I take an echinacea and elderberry tea. I drink that because it's cold flu season and COVID season, forever probably. It's really good for immune health, so I drink those pretty regularly, just for like keeping my immune system strong and healthy. And then I'm talking about the elderberry and echinacea because those are good for immune health. Sammy says, would adding panthenol to shea butter be okay? If so, liquid or powder form? No, because it is water soluble. So you have to use a water-based product. Agnes says, I used to faint during my pregnancies from iron deficiency. Now I have an excuse to eat steak weekly. Okay. Yeah, it is so crazy how many women and black women have iron deficiency. It is wild. It's wild. Turtle is old school for sure. Definitely old school. Nora says, my hair gets so dry when I wear a twist out or wear a bun. Like, if I don't keep it in twist, what can I do? I need to wear my hair loose, as that's the hairstyle that complements my facial features. The thing when it comes to wearing your hair out is naturally with type 4 hair, it is going to get dry over time because you think about when your hair is bound, like in protective styles or this, you have all the moisture, you have all stuff like kind of locked together. When your hair strands are loose, all the air comes in and wraps around and just makes the hair feel drier. I recommend, obviously, you want to use a good leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, and something to seal your hair. Some people like to use a gel. Some people opt for shea butter. I know a few people in the chat who opt for grease. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of grease, but if that works for you, please do so. Also, make sure if you are going to be using grease, do know you need to shampoo your hair to remove it. We're big proponents of shampooing our hair on my channel, so if that's not your vibe, I'm just letting you know, then I would probably definitely stay away from using grease. But wearing twist outs over time, especially if the weather is cold like it is right now, that cold, dry air is just going to dry out your hair. You can definitely try to wear a twist out. If you're outside, maybe put a cap on to help, keep the dry air from not drying out your hair too often. But having a good regimen, deep conditioning weekly, moisturizing and refreshing your hair maybe midweek or maybe 2 times a week or 3 times a week will help. But using good quality ingredients, again, your leave-in, your cream, and your gel or butter to seal in that hair, that seal in the moisture. I said the hair. Okay. Cheeky says, your story is what made me go and get my iron checked, only to find, oh, shoot, I scrolled. Okay. Your story is what made me go and get my iron checked, only to find out my cholesterol was awful. I agree wholeheartedly to check inside first. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So many women have told me, like they went in for checking their iron and they found something else. And they're thankful because a lot of times, I don't know why it's just not standard procedure for when we go get our physical to go get, not just, I'm not saying you, I'm talking about doctors. So just check everything. You're there. What's the point of you poking and prodding at me if you don't run a blood test and check me for everything? Like, I want to know. I want to make sure I'm okay. Check me for diabetes. I don't want to have to one day wait and find out, like, I'm eating this and then I find out I've been diabetic for 10 years and now I'm in a diabetic coma because I've been eating crap. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times, especially when it comes to black women or black people in general, there's very little care given to us and they try to do the minimal. And I'm like, and that's why I whenever I go, I'd be like, no, I want my iron checked. I want my cholesterol. I want my diabetes. I want I want everything. I tell them, like, what else can I get? I got this insurance. What else can I get? Test me for everything. I want to know. A lot of things run in my family, so I'm always asking and checking and this and that. And you'd be surprised at how much is usually it's something going on internally with us that is affecting the external. Like our bodies are just created that way. So make sure we are good inside. You guys missed my video I did maybe 3 weeks ago about vitamin deficiencies. How many times our hair loss is connected to what our diet is or what we're deficient in. So I'm always going to preach that. I don't care. Topical things can be great, but a lot of times got to fix that inside, y'all. Okay, so can alopecia be reversed after suffering for many years of having it, like 30, 40 years of it? To know now what you didn't know back then is very interesting. So from what I hear, yes and no. And it's going to probably depend on what happened that caused your deficiency, right? Sometimes the hair follicles have died and then there's no way of reactivating them. But I've also heard stories on YouTube where people have had alopecia for 10, I don't know about 30 years, who have had alopecia for 10 years and started using Ayurvedic herbs and their hair started growing back. Now, were they fully bald? Was it 30 years? No. But I would always say try it. I would always say go to the doctor and find out, because a lot of things in our body, like, yes, some things break down, some things are hormonal, some things maybe they won't find out and figure out. But I would definitely be trying. Let me tell y'all. I would say, you know what? If I learned that I was iron anemic 10 years from now and I had a big old bald patch, you best believe I'm going to be taking my iron, not just to grow my hair back, but to get an optimal health. And you never know how your body can heal itself. And so I never like to tell somebody no, but I do know what happens with our hair follicles is they usually blood and nutrients are being fed into the hair follicles that help to get your hair grow and to thrive and all that. So over time, if there's no more blood circulation going to those hair follicles, the hair follicles die. So it's a matter of, if you have alopecia for years and you've been, you haven't had any hair growth, are the hair follicles dead or are they just inactive? Like, again, I said, a lot of times our hair follicles can become inactive for a number of issues, for vitamin deficiencies, from hormonal things, from stress. How long they stay inactive, I don't know, before they die. And I'm sure it varies depending on each person. So I would definitely just say I would definitely try it. I don't know in 30, 40 years if it can be reversed, but I would listen. I'm somebody who's like, if I don't try, I won't know for sure. But I do know that, again, there are stories on YouTube of people who've had 10 years with alopecia who are able to grow it back. So, trial and error at this point. Science is not people are not doing enough studies on this particular topic. I always said if I ever go back and get my PhD, it would definitely be on something to do with alopecia and Ayurvedic herbs. It's just, yeah. Curly Yaya, sorry. I'll be going on tangents, y'all. I actually use a Rev Air to stretch my hair, and there is an option for no heat, very low heat, and hot. I go between no heat and very low heat and have not experienced any heat damage, and I have fine hair. Awesome. Good to know. Thank you, Yaya. Okay, Nika's just saying Sandy is mainly water soluble, so you will have to add it to shea butter. Use the liquid version. Yeah. Sharon just said Coke Cowboys. Z-Bay says, Michelle, do you sit under a hooded dryer when you do your Afro G two-step? No, I actually just use a handheld dryer and I just use that. So what she's referencing, if for anybody who may not know, with the two-step treatment, you have to use a dryer to make the hair hard. So the protein treatment will make your hair like really, really hard, and then you rinse it out. But you need either a hooded dryer or a blow dryer, something to allow it to heat up I don't say activate the protein, but to really make it hard on your hair. Tamara says, I still take liquid Geritol once in a while. I'm not anemic, even though I suffer from systemic lupus. As a PA, I can be the worst patient, but I'm definitely compliant. Sometimes we are the worst. I always feel like those who work in healthcare can be the worst patients sometimes. They definitely can be. Sophia says, Michelle, how's your kissing baby? He's good. He's in the other room sleeping. He's fine. I'm surprised he didn't come in here. Usually he hears me talking and he has to come and investigate, but I guess he's very content right now. Diane says, getting my humidifier out of the basement now. Yeah, I'm about to order one on Amazon. Siobhan says, hi, if you have time, can you please explain the difference on how to test the porosity? That water in glass does not work for me. Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of the water in the glass thing. I personally feel like the best way to test for porosity is actually to observe your hair when you're washing and moisturizing your hair. And I say that as because when you get in the shower and you wet your hair, does your hair become saturated very quickly, or does it take a little bit longer for your hair to become saturated? When you put products in your hair, does your hair absorb those products almost immediately, or do products tend to sit on your hair? Anytime products and water absorb into your hair very rapidly, you tend to be on the higher porosity side. And you want to think of porosity as a range, okay? So, people say I have high porosity hair, I have low porosity hair, I have normal hair. Just think of it, there's ranges all throughout, okay? There can be parts of your hair that could be medium to low. Some could be very, very low, like nothing penetrates it. And you have other parts that might be very high. As in, people I know can put cocoa butter on their hair and their hair just drink it up like, and what else? And like me, butter would just sit on top of my hair, right? So you can think of your hair as in porosity ranges, okay? So I would say when you get the next time you're going to shampoo your hair, you're in the shower, see how long it takes your hair to get wet. Is your hair like soaking up water very rapidly, or is the water kind of just like bouncing off your hair? Think about when you shampoo your hair, after you shampoo your hair, right? Because I feel like that's also a really good test to see, because your hair is at optimal cleanness, or clean. It's optimally clean at that point. So you can tell when I add the deep conditioner, is it sitting on my hair? Is the deep conditioner penetrating kind of right away? When I moisturize my hair out of the shower, are products sitting on my hair, or do they? And a lot of times you can tell right away. Does your hair, if I put in a leave-in a cream, does my hair literally dry out as fast as it got moisturized? Does it moisturize very easily and then lose moisture very quickly? That tends to be higher porosity. If you have a low porosity, it means you want to think of this as your hair cuticles lie flatter. So the issue for us with low porosity hair is that it's hard to get that moisture into our hair, but once it's in there, it tends to stay moisturized for a longer period of time because the cuticles lie flat and that moisture is pretty much in there. High porosity hair, the cuticles are kind of more raised, so you gain and lose moisture quickly, which is why when the water comes in, your hair gets very saturated, but it also loses because the cuticles are open, so you gain moisture and you lose it very, very rapidly, which is why sometimes heavier products work well, because they can kind of help to coat the hair strands. Those with high porosity hair do very well with more acidic things. You guys do very, very well with aloe, fresh aloe, even like those tea rinses, because the lower the pH help to force the cuticles to lie flatter. So that way it helps you to retain moisture for longer. That's why I would, like, if you have high porosity hair, you probably will do well with a lot of like those plant gels, like the marshmallow root gel and all that, because you can use that. Again, you can use aloe, you can use those gels on your hair because it helps to lay that cuticle down, because you gain and lose moisture more quickly. Those of us with lower porosity hair, we don't need any help lying our cuticle down because our cuticles want to lie down. That's all they do. So our big thing is getting moisture in, which is why we recommend steaming, because the heat helps to lift the cuticles up so we can get all that moisture in. We're like, oh, they're up, lift it and get all that moisture in, and then you rinse it out and your hair stays moisturized. The same thing when you add your leave-in. We do really well with our water-based leave-in because our hair products tend to sit on our hair. So you use that, moisturize your hair when it's damp, put that on, use your cream. You can also use gels too, but I'm just saying specifically, I'm thinking of high porosity do well with that. Low porosity can do well with that too. It helps define your curls and all that wonderful stuff. But usually with low porosity hair, we tend to retain moisture much longer once we get moisture in there. So it's the issue is like getting the moisture in there versus those with high porosity hair who gain and lose moisture very, very quickly. And again, also you have to understand, like, Temperature does matter. Like again, like right now, I told you my hair felt dry, even though I moisturized my hair because I have the heat on full blast. It's also winter time. There are a number of other factors that can also affect our hair, no matter what our porosity is, right? So, it's keeping our hair as moisturized as possible, covered if we're going out. Try not to have the heat on full blast, aka me. Um, Different things that can help with retaining that moisture. I know that was a lot to say, but that's that. Okay. Okay, so Z-Babe said I got my Sublime Sulfur on Amazon. It was USP approved. Yes. Nora says, any recommendation for a DIY gel that has great hold to slick down low ponytail for 4C hair? I don't want to use Eco Styler gel, as I read the Eco Styler gel causes people's hair to fall out. You can definitely use the flaxseed gel. I would probably mix like flaxseed and cactus together. Um, that would be a pretty good DIY gel. I would do either flaxseed also and slippery elm together. That would give you a nice, give you probably more moisture than that. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of this. Sea moss. I have a sea moss gel recipe. Sea moss hair gel recipe. I would use that with a bit of flaxseed gel. That will give you all the hold you need. Bomb. Check out my YouTube. I have it. I have 2 videos on it. I will use the later video. Yaya says, is black cumin seed oil really good for the hair? I see few people use it in formulation. Yes, black seed oil is actually very good for your hair. Very good internally. Very good for those who have hair loss, I would say specifically. Also for people who are dealing with chemo-related hair loss. Also another good herb for chemo-related hair loss is Jadismanzi too. But the Jadismanzi with the black cumin seed, if you're dealing with like any type of chemo and you can now use something to regrow your hair, those are great herbs to use for that. I would say the issue it comes with in formulating, and it's not an issue, it's just expensive. It's very expensive. So when people formulate stuff, we're going to think about cost wise, right? You want something affordable for people. So people tend to not use it because it will just increase the price of the product by a lot. But it has a really lot of good benefits for it. If you can get it for yourself, I highly recommend you use it. You can take it internally. It's really, really great for you. There was actually research done, not hair related. There was actually research done about black seed helping to fight COVID, and it said that it actually can help slow down some of the symptoms of COVID. So I always recommend it. If you literally Google black seeds and COVID, there was a study done. So I'm not just saying this just to say whatever. There was a study done about it, and it helped to speed up the healing time. So I highly recommend it. Any of my friends who get COVID, I tell them take black seeds. Like 2 weeks ago, I was around someone who a few days later ended up testing positive for COVID. I thankfully did not get COVID, but once that person told me, I'll tell you, I have the seeds. I was crushing the seeds and taking the seeds like literally every single day. And I tested out 5 days later. I tested out 3 days, I tested out 5 days, and I tested out 8 days. And I did not have COVID. I'm not saying that it prevented me from having COVID. I'm not getting into all of that. I'm just saying that like, I know that if I ever did COVID, I would definitely be using the black cumin seed. Okay, that's all. I know that was way off topic, but yeah. Acne says, do you ever use these herbs on your face and body? So I have a Ayurvedic whip butter that I use all over my body. On my face, I actually have a video of what I'm using on my face right now. They're not really herbal like that, but I do clay mask treatments. And so in the clay mask treatments, if I'm using it on my hair, I always use it on my skin. Now this past week, I didn't add any herbs in this particular clay mask, but you can always do so, and I will put that on my face. Amla is amla is great for your face. Rich in vitamin C, great for those who have age spots and wrinkles. Vitamin C is great. So amla, adding that to your skin, wonderful. Amla and neem, all of those things. If you have acne prone skin, you have fungal issues, all of that, great to use. I have my Ayurvedic whip butter that has all those herbs in it, and I use that all over my body. Justine says, is it okay to keep melting the gloss bars if they're not used in the entirety or is it better to break off the amount needed only? I would probably break off what you would, but let's say you didn't. Let's say you melted it down and then you popped it in the freezer or fridge for next week, it's okay to melt it down. I would say I would melt it down no more than twice though. My preference is to just break it off. If you like leave it out of the fridge, it's not really soft, but it gets soft enough for you to probably like cut through. Leave that out and then use what you need and then put the rest back in the fridge would be my recommendation. But if you've already done it, I wouldn't mind reheating it. I've reheated it before. Is all I'm going to say. And it was fine. Like the treatment was really good. So again, because you're not boiling these herbs, okay? And you're using a double boiler method just to warm them up, so you're fine. Sophia says the natural Michelle is looking terrific. Thank you, thank you. Julie says your hair is beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Nika says in a ditch fighting a war, babe. He just reminded me of the movie Glory. Can you shorten your exogenous phase? This is the first time I've entered the phase since I've been on my natural hair journey. What do you mean? I need a little bit more info about what we were talking about here, dear. Sorry, Z baby, because I was talking about 1,000 things. Cool Cucumber says, how does a sugar scrub work? So, did you watch the video I did on it? Cool Cucumber? Watch the video I have on it for last week. I also have done another video very extensive about sugar scrub. So basically, you mix your sugar scrub, your oil, your honey, and you use it directly on your scalp, and it helps remove any like dirt, excess skin, sebum. Kind of does like a gentle exfoliating of your scalp to give you a nice fresh base for the challenge. But if you want more details, check out the video I did last week and it explains it. Sandy says, I had trouble getting challenge from calendar from your website. I wasn't able to check out. The graphics on my iPhone was askew. Checkout was way down in the bottom. Did you eventually, were you eventually able to check out? I'm actually redoing my website because I feel like this is a really common issue sometimes when it comes to checkout. So usually the checkout is at the 3 lines at the top of the page if you're on your phone to click the top right, and then the cart is all the way down the bottom. And if you just check out, it gets emailed to you. So you should be able to, it's a PDF. As long as you can open a PDF on your iPhone, it should be available right there for you. What it says, okay, Octavia, don't forget to let the indigo turn black before you mix with the henna. If you do it that way, I do some use by the time of 2. Okay. Is there a specific brand of black seed? I just scrolled up too much. I just saw Nika what she says. Is there a specific brand of black seed tea or the oil to buy? I can go look at mine I got mine at the vitamin shop near my house, but I can see if I can find it on Amazon and put it in my Amazon store. I'm really picky about black seed oil, and I have black seeds the actual seeds in my Amazon store, but I don't think I have the oil in the Amazon store unless I did and I don't remember putting it there. But yeah, I can definitely put it there for you guys. I just try to I was saying I always try to get stuff that's like organic and natural. It might be a little bit more expensive, but I don't be trusting a lot of things lately. Lovely Africa says, hello, I have grays too. Well, welcome. Join us. Join the gray club. I hear magnesium is also the key to iron deficiency. Yeah, magnesium is really, adding that to your diet can be really helpful for iron deficiency. Definitely. And vitamin C. If you guys don't know, if you take iron, also take vitamin C because that actually helps the iron to absorb into your body. And Janine says blackstrap molasses is high in iron to take internally. Yes, yes it is. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. Topically, humectant has other nutrients that are good for the hair and is supposed to help with grays. Yes. Yeah, I think it says it's supposed to help the grays turn to black. Everyone keeps telling me about blackstrap molasses. I gotta get on it. Are you using your products as well? Is that what you mean as well? Yes. If you've not seen all in my videos, I only use my products. That's all I use. And in this challenge, we're pretty much using my products in this challenge. So you DIY just a little portion of it, like if you want to do a tea rinse or the clay treatment, but all the rest of the stuff is my products, all of it, from the gloss bars all the way to the oil treatments, all of that, deep conditioning, strengthening treatments, moisturizing, all of that is with my products. So yes, I use them. I'm not someone who just like tells people. I use it all. Oh, hey, mom. She says hi. Tiffany says, I'm back. I had to step away from work. Oh, for work. Well, I'm glad you're back, Tiff. Nora says, so I can use a gel to gel instead of using shea butter to seal? What gel can I use to seal? I can use a gel to gel. I'm trying to understand. Uh, Oh, you mean you want to use a gel to seal your hair? So I'm trying to see what you said, instead of using shea butter to seal your hair. If you're going to use a gel to seal your hair, you want to use a heavier or thicker gel. Um, so I would maybe, if I were to use like a slippery elm aloe spray as a leave-in, right? Let's say I was DIYing this whole thing. If I were to do that, I would use like a slippery elm and aloe as a refresher, right? As a leave-in. And then I would use some moisturizing cream. I would use my hibiscus styler cream. And then I would seal with maybe like sea moss gel, which is a heavier, stronger gel. Or maybe a sea moss and flaxseed gel. So you want to like coat in layers because you want something to be more sealing. And like like the slippery elm is it's a thinner gel. It's not going to give you a lot of hold. It's giving you more moisture than it's giving you more gel. Mahakatressa says, hi, I'm here for all this hair knowledge. Well, thank you, thank you. I'm actually going to be heading off in about 5 minutes, so I'm going to try and get down to the end of this chat. But yeah, I'm going to go and film for Tip Tuesday, so I'm trying to manage everything. But let me get through the rest of these questions and anything. Sable says, and when you're being tested for everything at the doctor's, it's important that they inform you of the results. I realized I had quite low iron when another physician filled in for my doctor's absence. First of all, who do these doctors be at sometimes? Like, why would they not inform you after they did the test? I'm not saying you, because it's not really you. I just don't understand sometimes where it's not just doctors. It's really the whole medical industry right now. It's just very, I don't know, very interesting right now. But yes, please, after you do the test, please get the results so that you can know what's happening and going on inside. Okay, Sandy says, thanks, Nika. So what step should I add the panthenol, the final tea rinse? You can add it in the final tea rinse. That's perfectly fine. Janine says, doctors are supposed to check blood work with the annual exam. Complete blood count checks iron. They are also supposed to. Doctors are supposed to do a chem panel with checks blood sugar, potassium, magnesium, other levels for your annual exam. My doctor checks my CBC and chem panel with my annual exam. You know what's crazy? Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I have anemia, they were never running full blood checks on me. I mean, like full panel, which is very, very interesting. And it wasn't until I was 25 that they even checked to see if I had diabetes or like my blood pressure. I mean, my cholesterol. They always check blood pressure when you get in. And then my job was offering like free screenings, and they're like, oh, if you go to get your regular annual physical, you should already be knowing if you have your if you have diabetes or high cholesterol. And so they link. So I work at a school that also has a hospital, and all of my files are located and merged together. But it had never been done, and at the time I was like 25, and I was like, why is this the first time? Why is this the first time? And I felt like it was because my school was offering screenings that I started to understand that there was more things that my doctor should be doing on my physical. I digress. I'm just saying that because I can't tell you how many times I speak to women or I say this in my lives, and people have never had a full blood test, a full exam, a full routine, and it blows my mind. And I'm not talking about someone who's just young. I'm talking about women of all ages. And I feel like, yes, this should be standard procedure, but it's just not always standard procedure. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Nate says, I got the same cardigan you have on. Yeah, you got it from Target? My Target's cardigan? Yes, this thing is so comfy. I love it. I love it. And it says, as long as it isn't scarring alopecia, the hair might grow back. Scarring alopecia will not grow back. Yeah, I've heard that too. Nika says, PhD. Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to be like you, Nika. Tenny says, that's true. It's trial and error. This is regards to the alopecia question. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. He says, it's snowing here in Maryland. It's on the way, Michelle. No. I'm telling you, this entire sky is white right now. So I do agree. It's definitely coming. Z Baby says, thank you, Michelle. I always use a handheld dryer when doing AfterG. I thought it was ghetto. Hey, maybe we're a little bit ghetto out here, but we fine. If it works, it works. You know? Yvette says, how many times a week do you work out? Do you do both aerobic and strength training exercises? I read that exercise helps with hair growth because it aids blood circulation. I work out 5 days a week, and I do both. So I do weight training. I have a trainer. She's an online trainer. If you guys have ever seen my Instagram stories, I complain about her every day. I love her, but I just love to complain. I do strength training with her 5 days a week, and then I do African dance 2 times a week. So I'll do I literally will do the strength training first, and then I'll do African dance on Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm also going to be doing probably African dance on Saturdays because we're going to be doing a show in August. So we're going to be doing rehearsals. So yeah, so I do a bit of both. Nika says, I'm now seeing your nails. Very cute. Oh, thank you. They're actually really old. I need to get them redone. And of course, my girl who does my nails just got the vid, and so my nails is on the struggle bus now. So yeah. Lorraine says, how do you use Sublime Sulfur? You can add it to a leave-in. You can add it to an oil. It doesn't dissolve in oil, just like any MSM does not dissolve in oil. So I would highly recommend adding it to a leave-in and then spraying it. And a leave-in that you can spray onto your scalp. So you can make a tea rinse. You could add rose water. You can add aloe. Mix it into that, dissolve it, and then spray that on there. Z Baby says, how fast or slow does your hair dry? High porosity hair air dries in the summer in an hour or less. So my hair, okay, so if you saw my video last for Tip Tuesday that I did, I washed my hair at 8 or 9 o'clock that night. And when I filmed the next morning for you guys, it wasn't morning, it ended up being 3 o'clock. It was probably what was that? I'm not even mathing right. But 15 hours later, my hair was still damp. I'm talking about damp. If I put my hair into twist after I wash it and I don't let it leave the twist loose so that the air can dry my hair could be wet for 24, 48 hours sometimes. But it's how moisturized my hair is, also how intentional I am about moisturizing my hair, the products I'm using, all of that. But usually before, when I maybe wasn't using my products, my hair would probably take about 24 hours to dry for my low porosity hair. Sandy says, low porosity, don't towel dry, add leave-in right out the shower. Best way to keep your hair moisturized. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I do. I literally, sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'll spray my leave-in while I'm in the shower. And then I'll come back on for you guys and I'll do it there. But I also will re-wet my hair while I'm applying it because I'm more with warm water because I want them cuticles open so that the moisture can go in. And sometimes in the wintertime, I'll also, after I moisturize, I'll sit under my steamer to help the hair to penetrate, to help all the ingredients to penetrate. But then again, I do know my hair is still going to take forever to dry. So that's just life. Ask Nika. Nika has low porosity hair, and I think she says that her hair takes up to, am I wrong for saying 72 hours to dry sometimes, Nika? Okay, thank you, Nika. Nora says, is slippery elm and marshmallow root supposed to be applied to completely detangled hair? Kinky curly knot today. Ooh, scroll down too far. Oh, goodness. Okay, kinky curly today, leave-in detailing your made my hair to knot. The product has slippery elm and marshmallow root. No, you can use them to detangle your hair. Actually, you can use them to detangle your hair. Not, I'm surprised you said it knotted your hair. Like, how were you applying it and using it? Were you like running your fingers down with it? I'm surprised it knotted your hair. Diane says, do you have a video on how to use almond powder on your face? I don't, but literally, if I do a clay mask, if I add like a tablespoon of two of almond powder to the clay mask, um, I'll use that and then apply it to my face. Or if I have like any like dark spots, which I get from, I can occasionally, it's not often, from my eczema, I'll just literally do like a tablespoon of amla, water, oil, and just a little bit of clay, because the clay will help to make it like a, what is the word I'm looking for? Like stick to my skin. So I'll use a little bit of clay and just put it on the areas that I'm like suffering, because I suffer from eczema here. You guys just haven't really seen a flare up because I've really learned what causes a lot of flare ups outside of this temperature change. Like temperature changes also bother me, but internally I was having a lot of things I learned caused me to flare up, so I stopped eating those things, and I haven't really had flare up. Um, but yeah, that's how I do it. Sherry says, I love your hair and body butter for my skin during this cold, dry air. I only refresh my hair once this week. Your shaving style is bomb for my dry hair. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you found what works for you. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Sandy says, no, I was not able to check out. I tried yesterday for the third time. All right, Sandy, can you message me? Message me. Are you on Facebook or Instagram? Can you just DM me there and I'll send it to you, okay? Um Vanessa says, I have the black seed oil in the fridge. Awesome. And brought it out the fridge in the health food store. Yeah, that's the best kind. That's the best kind, Vanessa. Sandy says, don't forget vitamin B complex with iron deficiency, vitamin C, magnesium, and B complex. Awesome. Awesome. My mom says, I take blackstrap molasses as well. Oh, do you take like a spoonful? How much are you taking? She says, how much blackstrap molasses do you take? That is awfully thick. It is. Janice says, black seed is high in phytoestrogens, plant-based estrogen, is great benefits, but if you have hormonal-based conditions, example fibroids, breast cancer, etc., it may increase estrogen, which isn't good. Oh, good to know. Good to know. And how much? Because how much phytoestrogens and how much do you have to take to get like that much? Just curious. Z Baby says, I've heard we can prolong our anagen growth phase. It's already a 3 to 5 year phase, but can be prolonged. I was wondering if we could shorten the shedding phase, if it's months long. That's a cycle that your hair, it's really you're genetically what am I saying? Basically it's genetics. So not really. You can shorten the estrogen phase by like a little bit. Why do I know this, and what does that? There's an herb that does that. I cannot think of it. But it's not going to be by much. The thing is, everything is genetically kind of like how some people, we don't talk a lot about this on my channel, but there's such a thing called terminal length, right? And it's because genetics is your anagen phase is a certain amount of time, and how long your hair grows per year is going to be your terminal length, right? So some people's anagen phase can be 5 to 10 years actually. And if you can grow 6 inches a year, you can grow up to 60 inches of hair in the most extreme cases. If you're on average, I think it is 5 years for the anagen phase. So most people can still grow about 30 inches of hair before it cycles out, and then, it trims, it falls out, dies, and whatever, hair grows again. There is an herb, and it's really going to bother me that I cannot think of it. I'll have to come back on, or I'll add it in the Facebook group when I think about it. There is an herb that can help shorten. It's either shorten the exogen phase or extend the anagen phase, but it's not by like a year long or anything. Oh, it's gonna bother me. If anyone knows, please put it in the chat. I just cannot think of it right now, but when I do think of it, I will add it to the Facebook group. Okay. Nora says, how do you do flat twists? Did you wash, dry hair, and large twist, and then flat twist? Or did you wash, then immediately flat twist on wet hair? Does hair have to be 100% detangled with comb before flat twist? Um, Nora, check out my last video. I explained everything what I did, but basically I put my hair into large twist, let it dry until it was just slightly damp, and then I combed it out. I finger detangled it. I didn't even use a comb. I just finger detangled it to make sure it was thoroughly detangled and flat twisted. But all of the styles and all of the stuff is actually answered in my previous video. I tried to make that as thorough as possible. So definitely check that out because I answered a lot of the issues about the sugar scrub, the clay mask treatments. All of that is in that video. And you can technically do your flat twist on wet hair. For me, I find that doesn't work as well because my hair is really kinky and it just likes to do a lot of crazy things. So I like to, again, let it get stretched a little bit before I flat twist it. I say stretch, I'm talking about putting it into large twist, letting it dry, and then twisting, flat twisting on it. Amala says, I'm late. It's okay. Come join us. I'm actually going to be heading off soon, though, because I have been on for about 2 hours and I need to get ready to film. So I'm going to try and answer all of these really quickly. So let's go. All right. Shalisha says, hi. And this is a very informative show. Thank you. You're so welcome. Mrs. says, if you don't have the Moroccan Rasul clay for the mixture, will the other two work properly? Yes, they will. And you can do a 50-50 mixture of both. The kaolin and the bentonite clay, great mixture, okay? Sable says, thank you. I have had fibroids, but they have been removed, but I guess I have a tendency towards them. They did tell me estrogen feeds them. I actually have fibroids too, and I have not had them removed, but I have 3 of them. One is very large, and the other 2 are smallish. But yeah. Tiffany says, I think sometimes people don't go to the doctor till they have an issue, and that's the problem. You should go even if you feel well. Yes, you should go. You should really go yearly. That's the thing they call the annual checkup, annual physical, annual all of that, pap smear, all of it. Go, just go. Sable says, yes, I now ask for my lab results and analyze them myself. For them to get them in, get their money, and let them go. Don't read anything. It's interesting to me that you really don't have to take off a stitch of clothing when you go to see the doctor nowadays. Or sit on the table. Yeah. Well, I usually just sit on the table, but they don't. They used to have you like check and do all this stuff. It has changed a lot, unfortunately. Demir says, I always tell my patients that they have to be their own advocate, unfortunately. You ask for everything is your right. Yes, yes. I'm a big advocate for that, too. Sable says, what about skin cancer that I might not recognize? Yeah, yeah. Natural Lisa says, I'm in PA. What's the anticipated amount of snow in Maryland? I don't know. Whoever's in Maryland, jump in and let us know. Sublime sulfur cannot be taken internally. It must be strictly used as such. Yes, 1 measured teaspoon of sublime sulfur powder into the 8 ounces of oil. Yes, correct. Unlike MSM, do not take sublime sulfur internally. Thank you for saying that, Z baby. I forgot to mention that. I talked about using it as a tea, but I meant the tea for the hair not to be taken internally. Sorry if there was any confusion with that. Z-Babe says you'll have to vigorously shake before each use. Thank you, thank you. At Sable, you are estrogen dominant. You should take donkey or milk thistle or hemp seed oil to balance your estrogen. You could use castor oil to get rid of fibroids. Interesting. Sandy says my hair dries 16 to 18 hours. Yeah, yeah. Nika says you are not wrong, boo. Drying time is mad for me. Yes, girl. Nika, if y'all don't know, Nika has like styling hair, so crazy. 3 to 5 inches of snow is expected, but you know how that goes. Yeah, they keep promising all types of things. Oh, I think it might be lightly starting to fall here. It's not sticking. It's like lightly dusting at this point. Z-Baby says, Michelle, you can't add sublime sulfur to tea water. It sits on top. It will mix into oil if you shake well before each use. Oh, is it oil for the sublime sulfur? Okay, so maybe I had it wrong. Because I'm thinking of MSM. MSM dissolves in tea and water and sits in oil. But you're saying sublime sulfur sits on water and dissolves in oil. Thank you. Good to know. Like I said, I haven't used sublime sulfur in like forever. So thank you. Sandy says it's short and longer, probably 24 hours to dry. Oh, see, yeah, yeah. It seems to be the thing with those who have low porosity hair is that long dry period time. Janine says to Sophia, you mean using castor oil externally for fibroids, right? I started applying castor oil packs at night for my fibroids. Castor oil acts as a laxative, ingesting it. I'm gonna try the castor oil packs because I definitely have 3 fibroids and I would like them to reduce. Janine says, is your shea butter okay to apply to the body? I wasn't sure because of the shea. No, do not apply that to your body. I have a shea butter, Ayurvedic whip butter, 4 cents. It has like the pumpkin spice, hot apple spice, lavender, lemongrass, and sweet orange. Those ones you can apply to your body. The shea butter is for the hair. The shea is not good for the skin, so just for the hair. Sandy says, I'll find you on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, yes. NowIamNappy on Facebook and Instagram. If you're not in our Facebook group, join our Facebook group because I'm there. If you ask a question or you leave it in there, I will definitely, if you message me, I'll message you back. Sophia says, Michelle, rice water is good for your face and is good for eczema. Okay. Janine, you can use the castor oil packs externally, either on your lower stomach where the uterine is at or on your breast. Ooh, I'm gonna look into that. Hello is welcome to Uganda. I'm not sure what that is, Namdi. Janine said, for black seed, I'm not sure the amount. I have fibroids, so I research stuff to see if it's high. When it is, I avoid it for food, skin, and hair care. I understand. I look at it from a cumulative standpoint. Makes sense. And we should look at it as a cumulative standpoint. Very, very true. Janine, I too have uterine fibroids, and I remedy it, and it works. Okay, that's awesome. Many things have estrogen in it. It's hard to eliminate everything, so I reduce where I can. Okay. I want my hair to grow, but not at the expense of my health, especially my fibroids. Okay. So I try to avoid soy, flaxseed, fenugreek, nettle, blackseed. I'm researching saw palmetto to see if I can use it. I'm not sure yet. Good to know, Janine. Good to know. Thank you for this. How long does it typically take to see an increase in thickness from using Ayurvedic hair tea every wash day? And full henna every 3 weeks, please. I would say you will probably start to notice in a month, maybe around 2 months. You probably will see some thickness. Some people said 2 weeks. You know, when we did my hair challenge, people noticed differences in 2 weeks. But I would always say give your hair like a month or 2. Tenny Sue said, just found I have fibroids and they are the reason for being deficient in iron. Yep, I think that is also a reason why a lot of black women are deficient in iron and deficient in vitamin B12, is it? Because a lot of us have fibroids. They said there's a study done and they said like 80% of black women have fibroids. And that's why I tell a lot of black women all the time to check their iron and vitamin D and vitamin B levels, because if you have fibroids, there's a highly likely chance that you're deficient in one of those or all of those. So that's why I come on here ranting and raving about all of that. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Shea safe to use weekly in gloss bars or full mask. I would never do a full shea full mask. I would definitely maybe add it to, just remember, you want the shea to be used down the length of your hair, not on your scalp, okay? They say it can be very irritating for the scalp, and the women of Chad use it just down the length of their hair. I've never used it weekly, but understand the women in Chad, they literally leave it on their hair forever. So I'm going to guess that it's probably okay to use weekly if they leave it on their hair forever. I would try it every other week, see how your hair loves it, then move into weekly if it works out very well. Erin says, I appreciate all your help. You're welcome. Okay, Sophia, yes, I'm starting to use castor oil packs. Last year, it seems to be helping. I'm getting an ultrasound soon to see if it's impacting the size of my fibroids. Awesome. I'm definitely going to start doing that too. Demir says, I think it's Spring Garage that may extend the anagen phase. Yeah, I'm going to definitely look. It might be Spring Garage. I have a video on it, and I'm like, why can't my brain is like, that's why I said it's time to go. Vanessa says, Shea fan. How often do you use Shea, Vanessa? Sophia says, Michelle, I'm sorry to hear that you have fibroids. Yeah, I feel like it's so common among Black women. Vanessa says, have a great week all. Bye, Michelle. Bye. Okay, well, Vanessa's gone, but maybe she'll come back on at some point and leave a comment and tell us. Michelle, avoid eating dairy and dairy products frequently. Yeah. Women in general have fibroids, women of color especially, and we are at the top of that list, like you said. Yeah. Sharon says, thanks, Michelle. Looking forward to Tuesday's video. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Z-Babe says, thank you, Michelle. God bless you for being steadfast and encouraging Black women to be proactive and to self-advocate at the doctor's office. You're so welcome. Marie says, be safe all. Thank you, Michelle. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm Vanessa, trying weekly. Okay, perfect. All right, you guys. Oh, KB just says, my hair loves your products. Thanks. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm sorry I had to rush to the end. I am a little bit tired, but I want to get to filming for Tip Tuesday. Oh, Shebe Challenge with Sunny Owl ends in February. Oh, she's doing one. That's awesome. That's awesome. But thank you guys. If you have any other questions, ask them in the Facebook group. Let me put the Facebook group in the chat, honestly, because I keep saying that. If you have any questions, ask on the challenge. Definitely check out the video from last week because I do answer a lot of the stuff for week 1's challenge regarding the sugar scrub, the whatever, the clay mask. So please, please, please check that out. And I will see you guys on Tip Tuesday. And I'll get to packing these orders because I saw that y'all have been ordering. Y'all have been ordering while I've been chit-chatting away here. So let me go make use of my time and let me just put the thing in here before I close out. Where's the group? That way people can add to it. Where is the group? Like I'm on my page. Of course. Let me be on the struggle bus. Let's see. Why can't I find my own Facebook group, y'all? This is ridiculous. I have, okay, so I'm on Facebook. I'm on my page. More? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Goodness, Michelle. Get it together. Okay, share this in the chat. I'm going to share this and then join us there for anything else that you may need. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys. I'll see y'all for Tuesday.